Oh, hi everyone! Welcome to this week's Cypher seminars. There are no fires burning back here. Everything is fine. Hi! Welcome. Cypher System, that's the game we're playing, and play it we shall. Before we go around and say hello to all of these wonderful people, let's quickly go through some announcements. We have social links. Check out our Discord, Twitter, and YouTube, where you can come and learn to play TTRPGs, talk about TTRPGs, and do all the other wonderful TTRPG things. Discord, Twitter as well, send me a DM and I'll get you a game. We have 5 games a week at the moment, which are 2 lots of D&D 5e, 1 lot of Monster of the Week, 1 lot of the Cypher System, and 1 lot of Ryutama. If you fancy it, come and let us know. We'll get you in a game. We also have YouTube. All these games will be uploaded to YouTube before the show next week. Welcome back, Cypher. We're live. Hi. We have a Patreon. You can check us out on Patreon for you can support us over there for as little as $1 a month, and every dollar is greatly appreciated. Just yesterday we had another article come out from Renee, and it's I'm throwing so many in this sentence. It's about New Year's resolutions in TTRPGs and how the Academy can help you resolve them. So do go and check that out. It's free. It's free to read. Monty Cook, yes, Cypher System is a Monty Cook game. It's Monty Cook. Yeah, we play their game. This is their 3rd game of ours that we've run in a week. Also, we have merchandise. If you want to get a chest on your crest, head over to our Redbubble site where you can purchase one. We also have sponsors in Bird in the Storm Publishing, who create content for D&D 5e and other TTRPGs. The Clearing the Midnight Wield one-shot is currently available on YouTube. You can check that out now. We also have Mage Hand Press, who made the Dark Matter Alpha, a sci-fi expansion for D&D 5e, where we play the completely legitimate business campaign on Thursdays at 10 PM. Do feel free to check that out too. Also, it's up on YouTube if you want to catch up. We have other things down in the panels below the stream. Below the stream, we have arasavad.com, we have tabletoploot.com, and we have rootinc.com. Each of those has between a 10 and 15% discount on their website, so if you want to get accessories, dice, or maps, you can use one of our codes in the panels below. We also have a panel dedicated to our artist who makes the wonderful overlays and posters and all the other things down there as well. Do check out her work too. We have a tweet. Every 10 retweets will gift the players a sealed, opaque bottle of potion, which they may drink at any time and discover what it looks like, tastes like, and what it does. That's everything from me. Let's go around and say hello to everyone. Why don't we first pass around? We do this in a few passes. First we'll go around and we'll say hello to everyone, and you can introduce your character by name. Then we'll go around again, we'll talk about what your character's type is. Then we'll go around again and talk about what your character's descriptive. And then lastly we'll go around and talk about your focus before we fling ourselves into a short tutorial where we learn the core of how the Cypher System plays. So this week we will start with Jay. Oh, hi, Jay.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Jay, and I am playing Meredith, thanks to Scraticus for giving me names, because I forgot to name her.
You're very welcome. Next around, we have Vera Says Dragons. Oh, hi.
Hi, I'm Vera, and I'm playing Vicaris, who is, you know, he exists. All I got.
That's amazing. Thank you.
I just woke up.
No, we couldn't tell. Next around we have, is it Milady or My Lady, Saito?
Oh no.
What?
Yeah, I hear you now. For a second you were
Did I
muted.
break it? I was like, what? No, already. No, Milady Saito, yeah.
Milady Saito, welcome.
And I will be playing Vivian, and she is a runaway. She's a runaway from her parents, who used to be big idols, and she does nothing but spin stories. No one will know that she's actually from her parents.
Okay, fantastic. If you have any more gain or volume we can get on your mic, just chuck it
More?
all on. All of it. Give us all of
I
it.
don't know if there's any more of it.
If you have it, give it to us. It's fine. Next around we have Wild Engineer. Oh, hi. Muted.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Well, we were
Okay.
doing. There we go.
How about now? Okay. Sorry, I'll be playing Jackson Samuel, a werewolf.
I mean, don't beat around the bush. There it is.
Yes?
He's a werewolf. Beautiful.
Yeah. Just can't ignore it.
Can't. I guess you can't. Next around we have Dark Fox 0812 or Alex. Oh hi.
Good evening, good evening. I'm Alex, or Alexandrian, or Dark Fox. I am playing Lucius von Brack this evening. Lucius is a vampire hunter.
Fantastic. Well, why don't we stick with you, Lucius, as you go through your type? Which type are you?
So I'm playing an explorer again. I played an explorer a couple of weeks ago, and I've gone with a completely different slant this time around. So if you just bear with me 2 seconds while I find the right page. 38, allegedly.
Why you use page numbers? That's so ingenious. I'm
I know.
always using Control F,
Wait, in a book this size, that would be ludicrous.
Actually, usually you can get there within, I'm there within 6 clicks,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm playing an explorer. An explorer, examples of an explorer could be an adventurer, a mystery seeker, some sort of drifter, detective, that sort of thing.
Or perhaps a vampire hunter.
Or in this case, a vampire hunter. I've gone with the huntery, sort of searchy, findy aspects of the explorer rather than the sort of treasure hunting side that I played before.
And
so,
where did you put your 6 additional points? Did you stack them evenly?
I've leveled out my stats quite nicely.
Yeah?
So coupled with one of the other abilities, I have a might of 12, a speed of 12, and an intellect of 14.
Oh, so just
Quite well rounded.
so you wouldn't go you're not super crazy intelligent, but you're just slightly above average. I like
Yeah,
that.
just a little above. A little
Yeah,
above.
I like that. You're in that top bracket, perhaps class 2 of maths. You're up there.
I wouldn't go that far.
Not that far.
No, maths isn't the strong point. More science.
Well, if we were using the math system to assess intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not ever do that.
Well, I quite like
Yeah.
maths. So you get light weapons, light and medium weapons. In fact, 2 ciphers. You have a might edge of 1. And which abilities did you go for?
So I took the abilities of Danger Sense, which does pretty much what it says on the tin. I just get a reduced difficulty on initiative rolls. I got the ability Extra Edge, which gives me a might and speed edge of 1 rather than just one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
I got what did I get? Oh, I've gone with one of the flavors. So I've gone with the flavor of magic, and I've taken Entangling Force, which lets me. How do I do this? Cool. So I can spend a number of intellect points, and a target in short range of me becomes ensnared by an unseen force for a minute. The force is considered level 2, but for each additional intellect point I pump into it, it raises a level. So I have the potential to pin someone down for quite a long period of time, realistically, and they can't do anything. So that's quite handy.
That's quite handy.
I also took, it doesn't help if I keep clicking the same thing. Let's go away, and there we go. So I took Fleet of Foot, which is succeeding on a difficulty 2 speed check, means I can move a short distance and take an action in the same round, which in Cypher is pretty useful because you can't do that normally.
Yes, it's true. Normally in Cypher, if we're in combat, you can only do one thing at a time, and one of those things is move. So if you move, that's the thing you do.
Yep.
We'll get into that as we go. So
And they are my 4.
Why, thank you. Next round, let's go to the wonderful Wild Engineer. Wild Engineer, which type did you go for?
Yes, I took a speaker. So
Speaker, fantastic.
yes. So very much like I guess kind of like a bard type, someone who's very encouraging, try to help out support the group.
Yeah. So you're good with words and good with people. You talk your way past challenges and out of jams, and you get people to do what you want. They're smart and charismatic. They like people, and more important, they understand them. This is what helps speakers get others do what needs to be done. Yeah. And I can see your point distribution down here. You also had 6 points to divide amongst your stats. How is your speaker looking? How is Jackson?
I put most of it into my intellect. But so at the moment I have 11 might, 11 speed, and 16 intellect.
Okay, so slightly less might and speed than Lucius. He'd win in a foot race, but when it comes to arithmetic, you're gonna beat him. Keep going back to the maths references just to hurt you now, to be honest. And at first tier speaker, you get a intellect edge of 1. You can bear 2 ciphers. You have light weapons. With equipment, if it makes sense that you've got it, you've got it. This is only a one-shot, so we won't follow the rules exactly to keep things spicy. We'll also ignore effort, because it's just a one-shot. Why not? Let's go mental. You also have some special abilities. Which special abilities did you go for?
So I took encouragement, which let's see, what's this say?
You can inspire your allies.
Yes.
Modify the difficulty of one of the following task types by 1 step to their benefit. Defense tasks, attack tasks, or tasks related to any skill that you are trained or specialized in. Cool. So it's like training, essentially. As long as you can do it, you can do it.
I took interaction skills, so that makes me trained in persuading and intimidating.
Very nice. Yes.
Yeah. I took terrifying presence because, I'm a werewolf, so I need to convince people that I am indeed scary. And I took understanding, because I want to be able to understand the things or creatures I see.
Fantastic. And you can see now next to understanding, for example, it says it's worth 2 intellect points. This is an ideal opportunity to explain how points work and where edge comes in useful. Essentially, when an ability costs 2 points, you reduce your pool by 2 points. When you have an edge, the edge counts as one of the points. So if, for example, for the understanding, you've got an intellect edge, so it would actually only cost you 1 point to use it. Why do we want to keep our pools high? Because our pools not only represent the amount of effort we put into a task, they also represent our life force. If you lose all of your might pool, you are unable to take actions. If you lose all of your speed pool, you are unable to move or take actions. And if you lose all of your intellect pool, your character is cutting it in a way.
Right.
Next around, we have Milady Saito. Vivin. Which type is Vivin? It's gone again.
I don't know. I didn't do anything. I swear, I haven't touched anything other than the mute button on my mic.
Stay right there.
Okay.
Back to me now. Yep.
Okay. Good. Okay, so you're asking for the descriptor, the type of the focus, right?
Just the type for now.
Type. Okay, I chose speaker as well.
You chose speaker as well, so we have 2 charismatic types in the group. How did you array your stats?
I did 8. I left it might, which is going to be really, really weak and defenseless type. Speed, I put it to 12 so she can get out, and intelligence 16, so if things get too risky, she can talk her way out of it.
So you are as smart as Jackson, but more smart than Lucius. As fast as Lucius, but faster than Jackson, and weaker than both.
Yep, just run. Just talk and run. Talk and run.
Talk and run, great. And so, same with you. Which four options did you take for your abilities?
I did erase memories, so if I mess up, erase those memories never happened.
Great. Yep.
I did understanding. That way, if I did find some information, I can at least categorize it to use it against someone later on, easier.
Mm-hmm.
I chose fast talk because she's gonna be pretty, well, not someone you want to honestly trust, but not have a choice in it. And brawl, which is like if something does come at me, I feel like at least I can hold them off a little bit before, so someone else can be like, "Come on, they're here."
Yeah, one of the most useful skills actually in Thrall. That's how you guys broke me last week, if I recall. So no, I've become more prepared since then. Next round, thank you so much. Next round we have Vicarious or Vicarous. Vicarous or Vicarious?
Vicarous.
Vicarous. Yeah. And which type are you?
I'm an adept. So I'm the brainiac, I guess.
Adept. So the adept type, usually the smarts, the wizards of the world. There we go. So you master powers or abilities outside the experience, understanding, and sometimes belief of others. There might be magic, psychic powers, mutant abilities, or just a wide variety of intricate devices, depending on the setting. Adepts are usually thoughtful, intelligent types. They often think carefully before acting and rely heavily on their supernatural abilities. So how did you stack your stats?
I'm just hoping I did them right.
Okay.
My might is 7.
Yes.
My speed is 12.
Yes.
And my intellect is 15.
Yes, yeah, so that's your starting stats and your additional 6 points, so that's your adept stats covered. Great.
Yeah, and then for some reason my pool for intellect is 17, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck happened there.
Yeah, possibly one of your descriptors or foci gave you an extra +2.
I think it came from my foci.
We'll get there shortly, that's fine. We'll talk through all of these and we'll get everything just right. So you have an intellect edge of 1. So intellect things are easier for you to do. You can bear 3 ciphers at one time, which is quite handy. Starting equipment we'll ignore, and you get to choose 4 of the adept abilities. Which abilities did you go for?
I took erase memories because Vicarous has some things that should probably be kept on the down low. Hedge magic, onslaught, and magic training.
Fantastic. And lastly around we have Meredith.
Hey.
Oh, hi.
So, forgot to mention last time, Meredith basically works with Lucius, but instead of being a vampire hunter, she mainly specializes in werewolf hunting. So Meredith is a warrior. Yeah, pretty much what you would generally think of a warrior. She's good at fighting, can defend herself if she has to, but usually doesn't particularly have to. She kind of favors more like kind of throwing knives and things like that, where she's fighting with werewolves. Kind of best not to get too close to them if you don't have to, but does have the ability for close combat should she have to do it.
I don't know why, but I'm just getting like a image in my head of like someone with like a fistful of silver rings, silver throwing knives. Like, like,
yeah, that kind of thing. Try to keep her distance as long as she can.
Yeah. So you're a good ally to have in a fight. You know how to use weapons and defend yourself. We just been through that really.
Generally, how you would expect a warrior to be, pretty much.
How did you stack your stats? That's the juice of it. Are you gonna bring the much needed might to the party?
I've only got 12. I have 12 in my might, 12 in speed, and 10 in intellect.
Oh, that's very.
I went
important.
quite level along them.
Yeah, you did actually.
I did. It's because my special abilities that I chose, I don't think any of them actually give me extra points in them.
Interesting. That's interesting.
I know.
So you have a might edge of 1, a speed edge of 0, or you have a might edge of 0 and a speed edge of 1. Which one did you choose?
I went with might, but on my special abilities, I also chose extra edge, which means I get 1 in both.
Yes, indeed. So you have a might edge and a speed edge. Great. What other abilities did you go for?
I also chose, keeping along with the werewolf hunter theme, no need for weapons. So if I make an unarmed attack, such as a punch or a kick, it counts as a medium weapon attack. Quick draw. So after using a light throwing weapon, I can basically draw another throwing weapon and do it again at the same or a different target.
Fantastic. So if Jackson over there attacks you, you can throw many knives.
Yep. And then should I have to get close to them, I chose Thrust, which is a powerful melee stab. I attack and inflict 1 additional point of damage if my weapon has a sharp edge or a point, which I should imagine it probably is if you're going to stab them.
Yeah. I mean, that makes perfect sense to me, and always good to have a bit of extra thrust. So next then, we go on to our descriptors. Meredith, why don't we stay right with you? What's your descriptor?
Hang on a minute, and I can scroll down. Page 80. My descriptor, I can actually tell you what it was. Mysterious. So I am that dark figure that lurks in the corner, and no one knows where I came from, or what my motive is, or what I do. Basically, no one knows kind of who I am, where I came from.
You're just a bit of an enigma.
Yeah, basically, my initial starting link that it gives you like the different options for, I chose just turned up one day.
Beautiful. Just showed up one day. So let's have a look at this. You confounding. You pull talents and abilities seemingly out of nowhere. I see now
I like that
why
one.
it didn't give you any points in your pulls. Okay. You're trained.
Don't need it.
Trained in stealth. Trained in resisting interrogations or tricks to get you to talk. Interesting. You can attempt one task in which you have no training as if you were trained. This ability refreshes every time you make a recovery roll. Okay, so you can basically just be good at everything so long as you're well rested. Love it.
Yeah.
Inability.
Who needs points?
Inability, though. People never know where they stand with you. The difficulty of any task involving getting people to believe or trust you is increased by 1 step.
Yeah.
That's useful in a vampires and werewolves adventure. That is useful. So yeah, we've got your initial link to the adventure. You just showed up one day. Perfect. Next around, we have Vicarus. Vicarus, what is your descriptor?
Skeptical.
Ah.
I don't trust anything.
Fantastic. So we've got one person over
That doesn't
here.
fare well with me.
Yeah. One
Yeah.
person who is difficult to trust and one person who doesn't trust easily. Great.
Exactly.
You two are just going to get on like a house on fire. You ever seen a
Yup.
house on fire? Yeah. So that's where the +2 to your intellect pool comes from then.
Oh, yay.
You're trained in identifying, you're trained in all actions that involve seeing through a trick, illusion, rhetorical ruse designed to evade the issue, or lie. Okay. For example, you're better at keeping your eye on the cup containing the hidden ball, sensing an illusion, or realizing if someone is lying to you. Meredith. Which link to
I got my eye on you.
Which link to the adventure did you take?
Pick one other player character. You are fairly certain that this character does not believe that your abilities are real.
Who is that person?
I'm gonna go with, Meredith.
I knew it. So we've got one person who doesn't trust easy, one person who's difficult to trust, and the person who is difficult to trust doesn't believe that you have the ability to see through. Okay, great. Fantastic. Beautiful.
I like where this is going.
I like where this is going as well. Next. Vivian, what's your descriptor?
My descriptor is mine is charming.
Charming, lovely.
And she does charming things. Like, I was trying to get back to that page.
Ah, you've gone really quiet all of a sudden.
I swear, I have a problem with my own mental volume status.
Well, it's not actually the mic, it's just you.
Absolutely me, I promise. So I think it's like on page 7.
Yeah, 66 I've got it at. So you're a smooth talker and a charmer, whether through seemingly supernatural means or just a way with words, you can convince others to do as you wish. There's a bit more there, but essentially you get another +2 to your intellect pool. You're trained in all tasks involving positive or pleasant social interaction. You're trained when using special abilities that influence the minds of others, and you have an important contact who is in an influential position, such as a minor noble, the captain of the town guard, police, or the head of a large gang of thieves. You and the GM should work out the details together. I'll hold on to that for a minute. Inability, you are never good at studying or retaining facts. Your willpower is not one of your strong points. Whenever you try to resist a mental attack, difficulty is increased by 1 step. So you're better at influencing and learning about people, but when it comes to studying or people mentally attacking you, you're not so good. Additional equipment, you are pretty wealthy, so that's something to take into account. When we're deciding what sort of equipment you have, you're more likely to have nicer things than everyone else. And which initial link to the starting adventure would you like to go with?
I chose my initial link was you convinced one of the PCs to tell you what he was doing.
And which PC would you like that to be?
I don't no idea. Like, I don't know. these two like are not gonna trust each other. So the last thing I need to do is like, they're like, this is pudding, and the other one's like, no, I don't believe you. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna be able to talk to that one over there or that one over there. So,
You can choose someone we haven't been to yet.
okay, well then I will. The werewolf would be kind of scary to talk to. He's already even scarier.
Yeah, and you'd figure out what he's doing as well, so you'd know all of that. Like,
Yeah. So I'm like, you eat people. Like there's no hiding that from me. So I'm like,
okay, cool. So Jackson, as we come over to you, obviously with Vivian knowing about you,
Right.
which descriptor did you go with?
I went with tongue-tied. So I'm a speaker who don't talk too good.
It's so beautiful, isn't it? Really, it's. I can almost just sit out of this one. I think I'll just let you guys go. Tongue-tied. There we are. You've never been much of a talker, and you're forced to instruct others. You never think of the right thing to say. Words fail you entirely, or they come out all wrong. You often end up saying precisely the wrong thing and insult someone unintentionally. Most of the time, you just keep mum. This makes you a listener instead of a speaker. However, you're quick to take action. So actions, not words. You gain +2 to your pull and +2 to your speed pull. Very nice. Trained in perception, trained in initiative, unless it's a social situation. But along with that, you get an inability in the difficulty of all tasks relating to social interaction, and an inability in tasks involving verbal communication. Which initial link to the starting adventure would you like to go with?
I wanted to go with I tagged along and no one told me to leave.
Oh my god.
Oh, fantastic! And can we just throw in that you tagged along with Meredith on a werewolf hunt? Is that what happened? Is that please?
Oh my.
Please.
We're all just here because we've got nothing else to do. So.
This is what I'm understanding. Like, you know, you just turned up one day, you convinced someone to figure out what they were doing. They're like, well, I'm following this werewolf like hunter.
Worth pointing out, Meredith is only a contract hunter as well.
Oh really? I thought you specified werewolf.
I do, but it's people pay me to hunt werewolves.
Okay.
So who have you annoyed, Jackson?
What?
Ooh.
What?
Ooh.
People are annoyed with me?
Who have you annoyed? This is interesting. It's getting spicy.
Oh my. Oh my.
So, lastly, around Lucius, which descriptor did you go for?
So before we get onto my descriptor, I'm just seeing that Meredith and Jackson are out on this mass con. Jackson goes around, ransacks everything, and then they have to call in Meredith to go and kill it. It's the old
I like
it's a
this.
silver dagger. Oh no, it's under my arm. Oh, I'm dead.
And that's why Vicarus doesn't believe her.
There you go. It's all a ruse.
Vicarus sees through you.
That's it. Oh,
that's why
This
I was
is
so
not
curious
going-
on what was
That
going on.
That actually
I wanted
plays
to
into my
know.
focus. That
this
actually
is not
plays into
going
my focus
anywhere
very
where I
well.
thought it was.
That we've not quite hit Strahd and instead hit carry on.
Yeah. Okay,
Lucius.
so I picked Slays Monsters because, you know, keeping with the theme ish.
Which theme was that exactly? Is that
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. You just went, I want one with vampires and werewolves, and we all went, okay. Okay, so Slays Monsters. You live in a world populated not just by normal folk, but by creatures that shouldn't belong
Can I
there.
stop you for 1 second?
Yes.
Because we are in descriptor and not focus.
Are we?
We are. Lydia, thank you so much for the pledge.
I just went off on a bloody
You
tangent
did.
there.
You jumped the gun massively. Don't worry, we'll come
Sorry.
to you first for the focus, and we'll do
Well,
it then.
Good. Hang on then. I'll jump back a bit. Oh,
This is the best thing ever.
I told you, inept. Is inept one of these? Is inept here? Impulsive? Because I might just change it.
Actually is.
No, I've just checked.
No, I've just done a control F. Inept is only referenced once in the document, and it's not a
Does it
descriptor.
say
I'm
Alex
afraid.
next?
I'm actually crying right now.
We're not even started yet. This is great.
I know. So,
Your descriptive thing. Thank you so much, all these pledges for the Patreon.
It's hideous.
Hideous.
Hideous. Yes. You might have suffered a serious accident, a harmful mutation, or just really poor genetic luck. You are unbelievably ugly.
Fantastic.
So
But
my
you've made
idea-
up for your appearance in other ways because you had to hide your appearance. You excel at sneaking
Yes. Yes.
and going unnoticed.
Yeah, and intimidation as well. Ugh.
So
Or something.
you get 4 additional points to divide amongst your stat pools, which I assume you've already done.
I have.
You're trained in intimidation and other fear-based interactions. You are trained in disguise and stealth. Wow. You have an inability. The difficulty of all tasks relating to pleasant social interactions is increased by 1 step. Thank you very much. All of these pledges coming in, you guys. I'm not sure if you're triggering this or if Patreon's just decided that today is the day to like let
It's
us
us.
know about all the pledges because like we just had about 10 of them come in.
It's
or
us.
more.
Don't take this away from us, Scrap.
It's
Let us
you.
have this. Let us be your magnets.
Still, thank you everyone. They're all coming in. Yours has just come in as well, Wild Engineer. So we can ask: Did you trigger that, or is it just going off on its own?
You did it now.
It's just going off on its own. Brilliant. Thank you, Patreon, for invading the stream with every pledge of the. It looks like it's going to go for every single one of our pledges.
Oh God.
Interesting. Well, still, we'll carry on. It'll be fine. It's people paying Meredith to get rid of Jackson, who's already in the next village wrecking stuff. So the difficulty of all
Put posters of me up as he goes. Werewolf Hunter. Great.
First week putting up posters, next week killing pigs. Love it. Your link to the initial starting adventure, Lucius.
Yes. Which one was it? Hang on 2 seconds. I know I've got it written down somewhere. So I picked while skulking about. You know, that's fairly standard for me. You overheard the other PC's plans and realised you wanted in. So I want in on that con.
Go on without me.
Oh, my.
I hope you didn't have a plan for this stream, Scrap.
I actually genuinely didn't. This is great.
I have been slain.
Not yet.
Hey.
Funny person.
Hey.
She's gonna be the overdramatic vampire, just lays there. You've killed me!
I'm melting.
Did you just out that I'm a vampire?
No.
Oh my God.
Oh no, I'm dead.
Maybe you're a pretend one. All part of it.
I can't believe you just outed my species. Rude.
It would really add to the con, you know? You could add into it. You could be the fake vampire attacking the village while the other village.
Lucius, why don't you tell us about your focus?
Oh, do we really need to do that again?
The slays monsters. We'll get into it now.
Yeah, I slay monsters. As
Oh,
you'd
do
expect.
tell us more.
So, I live in a world populated by normal folk, but also creatures that belong in tall tales or nightmares. Dragons, gorgons, hydras, werewolves, or worse. So as this focus goes, my connection with everything is I also get to pick another PC, and I've saved that person from a monster, although I never actually defeated them, so the monster is still out there. And I believe that person is going to be Jackson.
Hey.
So
Okay, so you saved Jackson,
that's right.
but Jackson
Which is
still
why I have
became
such heavy
aware.
story. There you go.
Because I'm just reading number 2, which is you pick another PC. You tried and failed Oh,
True.
no, to save her loved one. That's a shame. Otherwise, that could be why Jackson's a werewolf, and you could owe him a debt. Which would be interesting. Possibly.
The
Yeah.
werewolf hunter. He went to save Jackson from the werewolf hunter and finds out they're not really doing anything.
Maybe.
That could be it. Which is why they're still at large. So
Meredith
actually,
is actually the monster.
it fits with what's going on. Yeah.
And now he wants in.
So, you know, fraud is a monstrous act, everyone.
That's right.
So, take note of your minor effect suggestion and your major effect suggestion. These will come into play if we roll the 19 or 20 on the dice. It is just a suggestion, though. So, you are a sword wielder. You are practiced with swords, so you can use swords. Lovely. Monster Bane, you inflict 1 additional point of damage with weapons when you inflict damage to creatures more than twice as large or massive as you. Monster Lore, you are trained in the names, habits, suspected lairs, and related topics regarding monsters of your world. You can make yourself understood in their languages if they have one.
Yep.
Interesting.
I'll find you. And then we'll steal their wallet.
Hello, Clarice.
Why do I always go back to playing a rogue?
I don't know.
All the time.
I don't know. It's just a reflex, I think, at this
typecast
point.
myself.
You do.
Like shiny. You like shiny things.
Yeah, that's it.
Such a shame. Such a shame. Next, Jackson, what is your foci?
Yes, I went with Awaken's Dreams.
Ooh. Oops. Awakens dreams. Oh, so this is for a fantasy. Your dreams are more vivid than other people's. When you dream, those dreams linger on, and when the time is right, you can loose them into reality to impress, confuse, or scare other creatures. Oh boy.
Oh boy. That sounds terrifying. Jesus.
So it's not just one werewolf, is what I'm seeing. It's an army of dream werewolves. Got it. You've learned 1 Iromancer's Oneromonster's craft, which means you know the secrets of lucid dreaming, gauging the dream state in others, and mixing herbal elixirs that bring about restful, dream-filled sleep. Oh, so you're like also, you know, team drug dealer. You need some sleep pills? I'll get you to sleep. Lovely. Which connection did you go for?
I went with, let's see, pick one other PC. You accidentally sent that character into sleep so deep she didn't wake for 3 days. Whether she forgives you or not is up to her.
Who do you pick? Who do you pick?
I think I'm going to have to go with Meredith for this one.
So, Meredith at some point accepted your sleeping aids and fell asleep for 3 days. We'll find out how Meredith feels about that in the game, I'm sure. And again, make note of your minor effect and major effect suggestions. We'll use those when we roll high. It's only a one-shot though, so what we often tend to do is ramp them up a little bit, because quite often they're like, oh, this will help you out in your campaign, and we haven't got a campaign. We've got about 2 hours, so. Dreamcraft is your tier 1 ability. You pull an image from a dream into the waking world and place it somewhere. You have an intellect edge, so this is a free ability for you. Though it appears solid, the dream is intangible. It is static unless you spend your action each round animating it. As part of that animation, you could move the dream up to a short distance each round as long as it remains within long range. Oof. It can make sound but does not produce odor. Direct physical interaction or sustained interaction with the dream shatters it into dispersing mist. For example, attacking the dream shatters it, as does the strain of keeping up appearances when an NPC moves through a dream scene or engages a dream creature in conversation for more than a couple of rounds. Fantastic. Oh, and Anerakami. Anerakami? I don't know how you say that word, but I'm going with it. Any ideas, anyone? Anerakami? Anerakami? No?
What's the page?
95 and 96. I've got a feeling it's something to do with sleeping. It looks like an official, real word, just one I don't know.
Trained in tasks related to sleep and mixing natural elixirs to help creatures fall asleep.
Yeah, perfect. So you can make sure everyone gets a good nap. Jay, I've just seen your comment in chat. Oh, I could really use a 3-day nap. That'd be great. Vivin, what is your focus? Focus is plural, isn't it?
Mine is entertain.
Entertains. Okay. Entertain, there we are. You're an entertainer, a singer, a dancer, a poet, a storyteller, or something similar. You perform for the benefit of others, naturally charismatic and talented. You also have studied to master your art. You know all the old poems, songs, jokes, and stories, and you're skilled at creating new ones too. You probably wear flamboyant, or at least fashionable clothes, and use cosmetics, tattoos, or hairstylings for dramatic effect. Ooh. Which connection did you go for?
I thought the funniest one was pick the one other PC. She is so inspired to put by your stories or other forms of entertainment. When you use levity, she gains plus 2 to her recovery roll.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Okay. And
So,
who is it who finds you so entertaining?
so I found out what they're doing through the werewolf. So I'm gonna try to get good with Meredith.
Okay.
Meredith's loved today.
Well,
Meredith
this
is so loved.
What I'm hearing instead is that Jackson is the victim in this relationship, and everyone's trying to keep Meredith sweet to save Jackson.
They're not wrong. It's gonna get better when you find out what my thing is.
Oh, I can't wait. I
Oh my
cannot
God.
wait.
I feel like I just don't know any better.
Like you're
Also,
addicted to a relationship, but
If
it's
the
not-
village start finding out what's happening, he could just put them all to sleep and we'll just fuck off somewhere else.
I'm gonna make you a special ale. So you start with even more additional equipment. So you are the person, I think, of the adventuring party that is walking around with a trunk on wheels, right? Because you also have some musical instruments, or other tools needed to perform. Again, make a note of your minor effect and major effect suggestions. They are just suggestions, though. At tier 1, you have levity, and you, through wit, charm, humour, and grace, you are trained in all social interactions other than those involving coercion or intimidation. During rest, you put friendly comrades at ease, so much they gain +1 to their recovery rolls, excepting Meredith, who gets +2. Lovely. Vicarus!
Hi.
What is your focus?
First of all, I just realized that when you asked me skeptical, I accidentally gave you the connection from my focus.
Okay.
So my connection to everything is I overheard other player characters holding forth on a topic with an opinion I was quite skeptical about. So I decided to approach and ask for proof.
So was there like a big outing? Did you all like... Vivian caught hold of what Jackson was doing, and then you all had a discussion about it. And it sounds like Lucius and Vicarus, ironically together, overheard this conversation.
There's nothing ironic about it. It was planned.
He said that he was a really inept vampire hunter.
Evidently.
The worst.
So he has no idea I'm a vampire. But anyway.
Been best friends for years. For years.
Really, like so many years.
The
I've
worst
never seen
vampire
that
hunter.
And you just keep asking me for my skincare routine.
That's right.
How many vampires has Lucius hunted at this point? How many vampires has Lucius bagged?
3?
Really?
By accident. Yeah.
Now
I
aim.
have dead ones that he found already.
To be fair though, hold on a second, Lucius. Let's just ask Vicarus. Vicarus, how many vampires has Lucius really bagged, or have you been stitching him up? Just one.
She's making him feel better.
Oh, fantastic.
I tripped it and it ran into him.
That's still helping though.
And Vicarus, what is your focus?
Seas beyond.
Sees beyond, of course.
So I'm trained in all actions that involve seeing through a trick, illusion, rhetorical ruse designed to evade the issue or lie. I'm better at keeping... Oh, that was... Whoopsies, one wrong thing.
Yeah, no, I've got, unlike most people, you know there are far
There it is.
more than 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
I didn't even realise there were 3 dimensions. More colours can be found in the rainbow. There's more than 3 colours in the rainbow, definitely. More things in the world than most can see, sense, or even understand. With practice and help, through drugs, lenses, manipulation of fields, magic, or special heritage. Oh my, you know Jackson, don't you? What you see in other dimensions has changed your understanding of even the most basic things like weapon and dress. Where others might see your drab outfit and plain weapons, you see something entirely different, a myriad of colours and patterns that showcase your unique vision of the world. Your weapons likely bear the marks of other dimensions as well. And you chose the connection, sorry, that was...
Somebody doesn't believe my abilities, and I'm like,
Don't know what you mean.
Again,
Meredith doesn't believe in magic.
take
Exactly.
note of the minor effect and major effect suggestions.
Yep.
The
Yep.
unseen, you can perceive creatures and objects that are normally invisible, out of phase, or only partially in this universe. When looking for things more conventionally hidden, the difficulty of the task is also reduced by 1 step. Okay, it's cool. So you get an insight onto how people have hidden things. Fantastic.
yep.
Lastly, Meredith, what is your focus, please? This is going to be one hell of a one.
My focus is bears a halo of fire. It should cost 1 intellect. Is it intellect? Oh, it is intellect. I don't have an edge in intellect.
You
Oh well.
don't.
Basically, on my own command, at a whim, I can make my entire body burst into flames. Just because I'm bored or annoyed or I want to burn you. It doesn't burn me, but it deals 2 points of damage to anyone who tries to touch me or strike me with a melee attack. And I get 2 armor while I'm on fire against damage from any other fire.
Mother of God, yes, that is all very true. You've also got minor and major effects suggestions there.
Oh,
What
and I
was-
have a little bottle of spray that I can spray absolutely anything and make it fire retardant. Because why not? But I don't believe in magic.
You don't believe in magic.
Yeah.
But you can set yourself ablaze and spray something to stop it from getting ablaze. Amazing.
Just the thing I can do. I love the minor and major effects.
What connection did you go for?
So my connection is going to be with Lucius. Pick another PC. This is why he's all like disfigured, partially. He had a devastating experience with fire in his past and must decide how he reacts to your constant use of flames around him.
He's not going to react well.
Oh no.
But the flames last for 10 minutes at a time every time I activate it.
Okay, so we have gone through all the focus and everything. This has been so entertaining. It's actually taken slightly longer than normal. But it's been fun, so it's all good. We're going to go into a quick tutorial now. It's going to be very quick. There's going to be 5 rooms with 5 doors, okay? And that's what we're going to use to explain the rules with you. And you can try and break the game as much as you like. You can use as many points as you like. When we get to the end of the tutorial, your character sheet will go back to normal, so it's not permanent. So can everyone please roll an initiative roll? And if you are trained on initiative, you may mark that.
I ask this every time. Where is it?
Initiative is in the middle. It's in the skills section. It's the.
Oh yeah, there it is. I literally ask you every week.
You
I'm
do?
sorry.
No, it's fine, because if anyone else is thinking it, you are here to enable them. Oh,
I'm helping.
cracking
see?
roll from Jackson. Great. But you are trained, so that's actually +3. It should be a GM. No. GM intrusions don't happen on initiative rolls, so actually it's not as bad as it looks, because naturally you go higher anyway. I thought Lucius was trained in initiative.
No, I just make things easier.
Didn't it say you get +1 to your initiative? I thought you got that from your type.
Danger sense.
Yeah, danger sense.
Yeah, no, it just reduces difficulty. Or is that literally the same thing?
That's reducing the difficulty of your initiative roll is exactly the same thing as
Well,
because it's just because it's a comparator. Normally you have a
Yeah.
difficulty rating and you have to beat that difficulty rating. And there might be times when that is true. You have to get a certain initiative to be able to do something in time, for example. But in this case, because it's all against each other, we'll just give it to you by adding the extra +1.
that's fair.
So, in that case, first up we have Vera, or Vicarus. Vicarus, you get to take on the first door. This
Oh, boy.
door is closed.
Okay.
This is a difficulty 0 door.
Okay.
If it makes you feel any better, last week I blew it up, so you can do pretty much whatever you want to do to it, but it does open.
I'm just
Difficulty 0 means anyone can do this task. It should just be a free action. However, if you decide that you do want to do something different, we'll roll for it, and yes, the door will open as long as you don't roll a nat 1.
I want to open it using hedge magic so I don't have to lift my hands.
That is totally fine, and I think that is an acceptable use of hedge magic. What's the cost of hedge magic?
It's 1 intellect point, but I also have 1 edge in intellect.
So you're already there. It is a free skill for you. So you can you mentally command the door to open, and the door opens. Congratulations, we are into the next room. Vicarus has got us through to the next room. Next is Saito. Saito, this door ahead of you is locked. This is a difficulty 2 door. How would Vivian attack or otherwise bypass the door? You don't have to go through, just because I've told you the door's locked, that's not a prompt. That doesn't mean you have to pick the lock. If you are a might person and you want to smash through it, you can do that. If you're an intellect person and you want to try and, I don't know, figure out the secrets of the universe and change your quantum leap to get to the other side, you know, we'll figure it out. It's only difficulty 2.
Knock on the door first. See if there's anything. I'm gonna be like, did somebody order something?
Oh, that is...
I have something here for. I swear this is the address, and I'm just gonna knock again.
Okay. You're trying to persuade someone on the other side of the door to open it for you. Please roll me an intellect roll. Oh, yeah, it should be. Everyone just quickly check for me. At the top of your character sheet, it should say, in the little tick boxes, style, Cypher system, roles type, roll queries. Those should be the 2 things tick boxed. As long as they are, next to your intellect button, if you click on the little badly represented D20, it should bring you up a pop-up box which says, what is the difficulty of your challenge? And then how much effort do you want to spend? And we'll use this to talk about effort as well. So effort, essentially, you can spend 3 points out of the relevant pool. So in this case, it's an intellect roll, so you could spend 3 points out of your intellect to reduce the difficulty of the door by 1. So you could use 3 points and reduce the difficulty to a difficulty 1 door. However, if you have an intellect edge, that would only cost you 2 points. Raised hand.
Before I can I just my character look around a little bit? I need to know the area looking to see how hard it's going to be to get this door open. Am I in a bad neighborhood? Like, are they going to open the door?
It's a very plain room with a locked door. It's the simplest of dungeons.
Yes, so it does seem like a little uneasy about getting this door open. Okay, so I'm gonna so the tier 2 difficulty, right?
Tier 2 difficulty, that's correct.
So then I'm gonna expend 2 efforts. That's only 1 effort for my pool.
No, on the effort track, 1 effort costs you 3 points. Every effort reduces the difficulty by 1. Each effort costs 3.
Okay, so if I use just 1, I just use 1 of my points, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Success! A resounding success. So you can see you've got an edge there. It's told you how much to reduce your thing by the bottom. The cost is 2, so you reduce your intellect pool by 2. You beat difficulty 6. So you would also do +2 damage if you were in combat, but we're not in combat. So you just simply someone comes to the door and says they open the door and say sorry, and the door is open. You can push past them and get into the room.
Like, oh, I was invited. Excuse me. The box is outside.
Oh right, yeah, no, go on. I was actually stuck in here. I didn't realise the door was locked. Thank you. And they exit left. So next in the initiative order is yes, Lucius. Lucius, the door ahead of you is locked, and it looks like through the cracks it has been barred from the other side. And the room is dark on the other side. How you can tell it's been barred is a mystery.
Well, I will use. I will use some physical strength to try and lever the door using the convenient steel pole that I have.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure if I told you the difficulty. This will be a difficulty 5 door.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to try and lever the door open.
Yes.
Okay.
Try and lift it off its hinges.
And you are using an item, correct? 'Cause you have a steel pole. That is an asset. When you use an asset, that reduces the difficulty by 1. So it's now a difficulty 4 door.
Okay. I'll give that a go. I don't really think I've got anything else to add to it.
Well, I mean, possibly. I would say a strength task. This wouldn't be a case of too many cooks.
That is an option. Would anyone else like to help me lever the door open?
Sure.
Cool.
Vicarous, the old faithful. Your friend counts as a second asset, which reduces the door's difficulty down to 3.
Excellent.
Old faithful.
To explain how door challenge ratings are described, essentially it's multiplied by 3. You have to roll higher than that on a d20. So a 6 times by 3 is 18, so you can only succeed if you roll a 19 or a 20. A 7 is impossible.
Can I encourage him?
Yeah, yes, but now that your teammate is helping you out, you still only get 1. So it's not like if everyone helps out, it reduces it by tons. It's just you're getting help, so it reduces the difficulty by 1. So it'll still be difficulty 3. A raised hand, Vivian.
Can I pretend to help?
Totally.
Absolutely.
You may roleplay at any time. That is a free action.
I'm going to pretend to help. I'm going to be like, it's okay. I've done this before.
Thank you so much.
Lucius, you have assistance and non-assistance, but it seems like assistance.
Okay. Right, difficulty. So it was 5, and we've dropped it with 2 assets down to 3.
Yes.
Lovely. I will spend some effort for good measure.
Oh!
Well, shit.
On a 1, that is a GM intrusion. Now, GM intrusions. At any time in the game, I can offer one of you 2 XP to intrude. You give 1 XP to a friend, and you keep an XP for yourself. XP, you can essentially use that to re-roll a dice roll. Or, you can spend 2 XP, if you have 2 XP, to do a player intrusion, which is exactly the same as a DM intrusion. But you intrude on me, rather than me intruding on you. However, when you roll a nat 1 on a task, I get to intrude for free.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
The pole bends and breaks. The release of effort causes the door to twist on the hinges and wedge itself into the frame. The door is now broken, and it is now difficulty 7.
Glance over at Lucius. Your fault. Why do we have to use the pole?
I was helping.
Vicarous is just doing this. He's too used to this.
Well, let's see. So, because of your trained, because Jackson is trained in initiative, despite rolling a 4, he does go before Meredith. So, Jackson, it's now your turn to attempt the same door, which has been made harder by Lucius.
I'm gonna pat Lucius on the shoulder. You
Right.
did your best. Probably.
I was like, well, at least it's just a door this time. I guess you can just try and ram through it, I guess.
Yeah, okay, so it's difficulty 7 at the moment, so that will be impossible. We're going to need things to make it easier.
Right. Can I try to terrify the door?
Well, unfortunately, the door you couldn't terrify, but if you can find someone else to terrify, you could. Unfortunately, there does need to be a conscious being to understand the emotional turmoil that is fear.
How scary do you write? We'll write a note and we'll push it underneath the door. Be like, can we get to this door? Do you see what we did? Don't
Draw an angry little picture.
Yeah. You don't want to mess with us. Open the door.
Cartoon werewolf.
Remember, we didn't go through equipment, so if you have anything that you think would make this easier, like maybe a padded shoulder pad.
Hmm. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I'd say probably have maybe like a brass knuckle or something like that, just so we can.
Okay, so it's not so much of a shoulder tackle anymore, but you're running up and punching the thing down. Okay, so that's one asset.
Yeah.
One asset. I'd say with the width of the door, you can get the assistance of one person as well to try and bring it down to difficulty 5.
Hmm. Does anybody want to help me?
Don't all step forward at once.
Sure.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I just want to pretend to help again. I'll be like, I got this, guys. This time I got this. Don't worry.
I'm skeptical of her.
Come on, guys. 1% chance is still a chance. We can do this.
I'll help.
Okay, so what do I roll for this?
So you need to roll. This will be a strength roll, a might roll. It's over on the left there, next to the might. This is going to be difficulty 5, and if you'd like to spend some effort to make it easier, you may.
Yes. Okay, so how do I spend the effort?
Every tier of effort, once you click the difficulty and press OK, it will take you to the effort tab.
Okay.
And every tier you spend will cost you 3 points of might, unless you have an edge in might, in which case it will cost you 2 might.
Okay, so I'll spend 2 effort. I should do that.
Please do. A success!
Hey!
That costs you 4 might. Well, actually, the cost workout comes to 5 at the bottom. Do you have an edge in might?
No.
Ah, that'll be why it is then. It costs you 5 might for some reason. I'm not sure where the extra 1 comes from, but we'll trust the API. It seems to understand things. And you beat the door. The door, already broken, crashes through to the other side, revealing not a room, but in fact a rainbow walkway across an abyss which leads to a supercomputer that has a picture of a door on it. Meredith, this is a difficulty 10 portal.
Did you deliberately take the wooden door away from me?
I did. Because I know it'd very quickly go from difficulty 10
You
down
knew
to
exactly
about
what I was going to
difficulty
do.
3.
And this computer's got a firewall.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. I was going to lean against the door and just set it alight.
I mean, you could set the portal on fire, I guess.
Tempt him. It might take a little bit longer to melt. Although, no, it probably wouldn't. Okay.
Vicarous
Do I have to crack it to open the door, or can I just destroy the computer?
It's up to you how you navigate the task.
Okay, well, I'm going to destroy the computer and just see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to use Shroud of Flame, which is an intellect point.
Okay, you use Shout of Flame, yes.
I'm now on fire. I'm going to hug the computer
Hug the computer.
whilst my entire body is on fire. This would have been a lot easier with a wooden door.
It would have been, wouldn't it? We'll call the Shroud of Fire, we'll call that an asset in this case.
I think it is.
It seems like it is. And that will make it difficulty 9.
You're so kind.
I'm just trying.
If I run out of intellect, is that how I put my... Is that... effort in, I meant. Is that... What points do I need to use to put effort in?
This will be... You're trying to melt it more than destroy it, so I'd say this is an intellect roll.
I can fully understand, Alex, why I had no idea what I was trying to say then. But I can only do that twice, so I'm going to do it 3 times and die.
What? You got 9 intellect, have you?
Well, I had 10, but I spent...
Oh.
Okay.
I spent 1 to be on fire. No, I'll do 2 and then I'll fail my roll so everyone can see how sad I am.
Okay. So you do it 2 more times. I'm not sure if that's actually going to help, though. You know? And there's
It's not.
fire that fire does. I mean, if you're just looking to destroy the computer, you could get some assistance.
Yeah, I'm just trying to melt it. I'm just hugging it.
I'm not going anywhere near her.
Neither am I.
I
I'm
know.
hiding behind Lucius.
Vivian has a raised hand.
Why can't we just use it? Why can't we just use the computer?
Would someone please think of the
I'm just
computer?
gonna be sitting there looking like, what is she doing? Why would she destroy the computer?
Not very technologically advanced.
I'm going to encourage Meredith and be like, you can do it. You can melt that inanimate object.
It looks like God gave it to us. Why would we destroy it? Maybe it's connected to the portal. We could
Right.
just like boop boop boop. Please disconnect portal. Boop.
Meredith is fully aware, even with all of her points that she puts in, she cannot do this.
You know,
So she's going to walk around and set some of the room alight
my
while not being
encouragement.
able to do it.
Okay.
So my encouragement does reduce things by 1.
Your encouragement will, yes. It will reduce the difficulty by 1 to now be difficulty 8.
Don't I still need to roll like a 19 on a difficulty 6? 8. I have to roll 18 or above still.
Yes. That is true.
I'll give it a go. So it's on difficulty 9 now, isn't it?
6, I think. No, difficulty 8. Sorry, difficulty 8.
Yeah, 8.
Because you're on fire and Jackson's encouraging you.
Then 2. Burn! 2 effort.
2 effort.
I think I failed.
No, a failure does that. But fortunately, Lucius had a GM intrusion earlier, before the dungeon, where I gave him 1 XP and 1 XP to you. So if you have 1 XP, you may roll again, spending that XP to roll. Dun, dun,
Do I
dun.
have XP?
You do, yeah. I've given you. Yeah. We did it way back. You got an XP. Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Wasn't listening to him. Oh, I did it wrong.
I'm not sure whether that's Alex that looks hurt or just. Like...
Oh,
Oh,
Bit of both. Right, out a minute. Wow, none of my stuff helps at all.
No. It has to be a straight reroll anyway.
Yeah.
Come on.
But I can attempt any task as if I have training in it. So I have training in melting computers into little balls of plastic.
I'll give it to you. You can make it difficulty
Thanks.
7. Technically, that's not how the reroll works, but
That's what I'll go with.
I'll be kind.
This is what we should have done the first time, guys.
And we'll rewind. Even at that difficulty, it still would have failed.
Unlocking the computer should have been the first thing.
I even rolled a 12!
Oh, that's so close. That's so close. Just 3 more, and that would have been a success. But unfortunately, you failed. The computer melts. The secrets of life disappear. The Rainbow Road disappears, and you all fall into the main plot, which is you're all in a village. You may reset your character sheets back to normal.
I didn't do anything.
I do have one question before we start.
Yeah.
Is the pool supposed to be equal to our actual points in the?
So the pool is your total.
Mhm.
The actual points is how many of those you've used.
Okay. Okay,
So
because
when you rest, you'll go back up to your pool amount. So it's just a way of tracking how many you should have at max.
No, I mean from the beginning, the pool is equal to like 16 intellect. You start with 16 pool.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly right.
All right.
High intellect you've got there.
I love the shifty eyes of the 3 people at the bottom of the screen. Like, yes, hi. So we are in a small village. You are all together. No one has conned this village yet. Do you often work together? I see a hand from Vivian.
The pure of the village, or did we fall into the village? Who remembers falling?
That was a narrative device to change scenes.
Okay, I was like, I was like, everyone's pretty calm. The village is pretty calm for seeing.
Yeah, you know, we'll say this is a normal night. So you guys, maybe you're at the pub. Under what circumstances would you all be together?
I would just like to point out, by going by what Potato Hollow just said, my idea was a good one. It could have worked.
It really could have worked. If you just rolled 3 higher, it would have worked.
If only I had a wooden door.
There you go. So I think we'll all be in town, as it's quite likely we've just arrived, or within the last 24 hours.
Okay.
Just sort of settling in, working out the angles of where we can then con every piece of gold out of them possible.
Okay. On top of this, Meredith, I'll give you an extra piece of narrative. There is a local baron who has hired you to come and sort out a werewolf problem.
Awesome. I haven't told anyone that, though.
Okay, good.
Not sharing. I think we should go to the pub.
Sounds better than doing nothing.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm definitely down with that.
I'll get everyone a drink.
Pub is the best talking place. So, why are we here? What are we doing? Who are we killing?
What? We're not killing anyone.
Oh, not you.
Hey, I've killed 3 vampires on my own.
Yes, you have.
Very
See,
clever.
I had witnesses.
I don't know. I just been following you guys around. I don't even know why we're here.
Oh, come on. You do know.
You,
To be
Well,
entirely fair, Lucius, I'm only here because I'm following you, so I don't even know why we're here.
Oh. Well,
Who was Lucius following?
his dreams. His fucking dream of becoming a renowned vampire hunter rather than that laughing stock.
Well, Lucius, I will say that you heard a rumor that the local baron is in fact a blood-sucking vampire, the lowest of the low.
Oh.
And Vicarus, I will tell you that you recognize the baron. It's your uncle.
Oh! Am I on good terms with my uncle?
That's up to you.
Okay.
Just, I would turn to Lucius and be like, so I've heard there's a supernatural problem.
Well, that is what I've heard too. So we might actually have to deal with that before we, scam everybody.
Do you think you could stomach actually killing a vampire?
Of course. What are you taking?
Done it 3 times.
Exactly.
3 times.
3 entire times without any help.
Shut up.
That is
I'm
very
not
clever.
quite
of
sure
him.
that's how it went, but okay.
No, he's good. He's clever. He's very handsome.
I'm sorry, who are we talking about? Are we talking about the Baron?
Not you.
I look like a goblin.
I feel like that might be,
Recommended.
goblins are pretty bad. You're not that bad.
Oh no.
A hobgoblin at best.
Oh yeah, tall and gangly. Brilliant.
Have
Not
either
that
of you
bad.
checked if there's any goblins in this tavern?
No, they exploded.
Ah, yeah, I forgot about that.
Really not that bad. I've seen worse in my dreams. I can show you.
Not that again.
No.
Why not?
There was that one time in the forest. No, never again. I'm clean now.
Fine. Fine.
I'm clean now.
My soul has been cleansed. So,
Ooh.
the Baron. Shifty fellow.
Sorry.
You had some gold. Should probably ask some questions.
Or let's totally talk to him first and say, you know, we heard that you have like a werewolf problem. Then we get money from him and the villagers, and then we go back and kill him for the villagers.
Okay, I'm just going to put this out
Yes.
here. The power vacuum, and then this entire area will go into chaos, right?
I mean,
Right?
It might.
It will. I'm just putting that out
You
there.
do talk sense.
I feel like we should not be around for that though.
And people say I'm a terrible person.
Do you want to send the werewolf into chaos?
If we just put them all to sleep, no one will remember. They'll just wake up and next thing they know.
Let's kill them all as you go around while they're asleep anyway. Fuck it. One of them will be the right person.
How does that make us any better than what we're trying to kill? Just wondering.
They'll be asleep and have
I don't
happy
think I ever
dreams.
said I did this because to like kill bad people.
You just do it for money.
Ugh.
Yeah. Why do you do it?
For fame. For glory.
For power!
No. For recognition.
That's
I want to walk into a place and be recognized for the hero that I am.
not for
Well-
killing people.
No, for saving people.
Hmm.
Didn't you save the werewolf? Him?
Yes. Yes, I saved him from a terrible creature.
What'd you save him
Indeed.
from?
Well, Meredith.
That was a memorable night.
We even gave her. She gave us a 3 days head start. So
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Because you drugged her. Yeah.
Hey Lucius, maybe we should set this entire bar alight.
No. No. House fires. Please don't. Not again.
I just side-eye Meredith.
So, are you staying in the pub? Are you gonna get to do some work? Are you gonna have a drink? What's the party plan? You guys are rowing this boat.
We should probably go and ask people some stuff.
As we
But-
ask people, like, getting
As far as I know,
first.
we just know that there's some kind of supernatural problem, I'm assuming. We don't know particularly much about it.
Not much at all. Sorry, Vivian, I didn't quite catch. You looked very excited, but I didn't quite catch what you said.
That's the best thing to do to get people lips moving. Let's throw this. Let's throw down. Let's go. Let's get this tavern hopping. Lips are loose when they drunk.
So
I
Vivian
have
is trying
so
to
many
incite
concern-
a drinking game.
I have so many concerns.
The people actually look quite sad as you look around this tavern. They sit in groups, preferably near fireplaces or candles.
Oh, see, they need it. They need it.
I hope they're not sad because we're here.
Should they be?
Yeah, it's probably Lucius.
What?
It's the look, you scare people.
That is fair. I would pick a corner.
I'll go talk to people. I'm really good at talking to people, guys. I love talking to people. I can go ask questions.
You stammer introducing yourself.
What? That it happens. Everyone has issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk up to the nearest table and just like plunk myself down next to him and be like, so here you have a werewolf problem.
Hello.
Here's the plan.
Hello, a werewolf problem. Well, you could see that, yes.
Just gonna stare expectantly at him.
Are you sure they're werewolves and not just really big rabid dogs?
Well, I don't rightly know. All I know is that our crops go missing, and the Lord, he tells us what it's werewolves that do it.
What, they're stealing your food.
Well, mostly the livestock and the crops, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
The livestock I could understand.
No, all the cabbages too.
Maybe they're making a stew.
Well, you see, he used a long word. He said that they are omnivores, which I think means they eat everything.
Yes, that is in fact what that means.
Oh, which he did say could also mean that we get eaten, which is why we are all sitting here having a quiet drink, cherishing our lives.
I could see why that might make you a bit sad.
Clearly, there's a lot to cherish here.
Why
Anyway.
mop about? If we're gonna be stuck in a tavern with death on the outside, we should drink away our pain. Everybody!
So if you want to get the whole bar to raise its mood and start drinking, I would like a I would like you to use your levity on the whole bar, and I would also like you to roll me a difficulty-free intellect check.
Okay. So I have to use my levity, and I don't have to roll that. It's already up. It goes in back my. Say it right, it's like a spell cast almost.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Your mic was coming in and out.
I'm sorry. So I don't have to actually roll that for levity. Levity is just something I act.
Yeah, no, it just costs 1 intellect point, right? And you've got an edge in intellect, so it's a free action.
Yep. So then it's 3 difficulty. So I'm going to look at. Hutton would recommend getting. Yeah, see. So I'm gonna roll. Add like 1 extra to my pool.
Yeah, you can add an extra to your pool. You'll reduce your intellect by 2 points.
That's okay, because I'm gonna get this. It's gonna get going. We're gonna get this. And it was a 3, right?
Difficulty free, yeah.
We're gonna do 1. And I turn around to everyone before I roll, and I'm like, "Do you want us to entertain you?" And I failed. Oh.
Oh.
Everyone just like turns back around.
No.
Who the hell is she?
So the free GM intrusion in this case is not only do people close their ears to you, most of them are so saddened by your exuberance and joy that they decide to go home. And the bar starts to empty.
Well, guys, got more alcohol for us, you know.
I think you
The
might
bartender
have
is just scowling at you.
Hey, this is my fault. This is your fault. You should be having this a little bit better up in here, fixing your mood. It's not my job. It's your job.
People are avoiding you as much as they avoid the plague. That's impressive. I'm gonna sit down.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're supposed to be an entertainer, and you just cleared out my bar.
I
I think you'll find that's your job, isn't it?
I never said I was an entertainer. Who said I was an entertainer?
Well,
No,
you're
no, no,
wearing a
it's a
ton of
special
fancy
talent.
clothes, and
No,
you've
no,
bought
no.
in a cart full of, I don't know, a jamboree sale by the looks of it.
Oh no, I'm a secret designer. I've come to see the Baron because I think he deserves better pants.
You've come to fix the Baron's pants.
Yep.
Well, I never.
My whole life I've always wanted to be a designer for a very, very high and mighty person's pants. It's pretty fun. It's pretty. I'm excited. I'm excited about this opportunity.
I bet. So excited you feel like a drink, I hope.
I think. Is that on you?
Is that on me? You just cleared out my pub, love. No, it's not on me.
Get it? Well, I haven't gotten the deal with the Baron and the pants yet. Do you want a pair of pants? You can't eat a pair of pants.
I'm quite happy with my patches, thank you.
Sure.
Are you? What are you?
My wife does them. This one's got flowers on. He holds up a knee, which has been patched with a floral print.
That's cute.
Yeah, I don't mean to disrespect your wife. Your wife has wonderful taste. Obviously, she is more of the Daisy personality.
I'll warn you now. Be careful of your next few sentences.
But what I was going to say is, why not? If not for you, why not spoil your wife? Hmm? She
Are you
does so much
trying
work.
to convince the bartender to buy some pants off of you?
No. Pants for a drink.
This... It would have been difficulty 3. We're gonna go up to difficulty 4 because of the DM intrusion.
I look at him and I see he's had a hard time. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna leave it in the back of your mind. So when I get back and all that, and, you know, the Baron's wearing my fancy pants, he's gonna be a fancy pants man because that's what I am. Fancy pants designer. I'll give you a great discount as an apology of what I've done.
Well, that does sound actually somewhat more amenable to the cause, and I wouldn't mind getting in good with the Baron. What about the rest of you? Do any of you want a drink, or am I going to close up for the night?
Do we have to make you clothes?
No, you don't have to make me clothes. I accept coppers.
I take my coin purse out, I open it, I turn it inside out, there's nothing there, and I just shrug and put it away.
Looks to the next person.
It's right. I've got this. Don't worry.
Oh, good.
We got paid, you know, back. Anyway, pulling out a little wallet, just pours a couple of, like a small pile of coins of various origins just onto the counter.
I'm going to flick them at the bartender.
Look,
Why are you doing that?
Drinks for all of us, please, including your fine self. After all, we have inadvertently ruined your evening.
That's much appreciated. A little goes a long way to making things right. I will have a drink, thank you. And he turns, pours himself a whiskey, and starts asking you what you would like. We've got ale. I've got some whiskey, what I brew myself up in the attic.
Ooh.
Or I might have some scrumpy around. Was it cold this morning? I can't remember. Was there a
Yes.
frost?
It was freezing this morning.
Excellent. That means I've got scrumpy outside rather than cider.
Let's go with that.
I would
Scrumpy
like-
it is.
To know what you know about werewolves.
I reckon they're hogswatch. He sort of turns his attention to Jackson. I don't reckon they exist at all, you know. I reckon it's just some myth to keep us all on edge. But you know what? I don't mind too much. It drives people to the pub in the evening.
Oh, yeah. Well, nothing for me though. But you totally should buy those pants. They really are pants.
I'll let the Baron have first pick. I don't want to get in no trouble.
Yeah. And werewolves really are not real. Really, they're not.
Honestly, I know that. You're one of the first people to confirm it, to be honest. Werewolves and vampires. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
Crazy.
Right?
Absolutely crazy.
I'm just gonna sit down and not say a word.
What? So, what are the villagers saying about it?
Oh, the vampires stole my post last week. My football team lost this weekend because of the bloody werewolves. You name it, anything's the werewolves and the vampires' faults at the minute. I heard old Edna up the road. She got sick, and someone said it was the werewolves had a cold and brought it in the night. Anything that goes wrong at the minute, it's all down to the bloody werewolves and vampires. I tell you.
Because of their fleas! That makes absolute sense! She got sick because she got werewolf fleas! Oh my god.
Werewolves don't get fleas. They don't. I promise.
Werewolves don't exist.
Maybe they would get fleas.
Their
Well-
fleas be contagious?
I mean, if we're speaking hypothetically, it makes sense that werewolves could get fleas. They are furred after all, and dogs get fleed. But I doubt they're the cause of someone's bloody cold just because they're around with fleas.
I agree, but could you imagine trying to deflea one?
Did she have bumps all over her body? Did she look like she had some kind of disease like chickenpox? Maybe it was werewolf fleas.
I see. You're that one in the group. Gotcha. Now I'm not really sure how to tell you this, my lover, but you don't really need to worry too much about werewolves being about.
They're not real, Vivian.
There you go.
Yeah. And werewolves don't get fleas.
But if
I
they
know.
were real, where do you think they would be?
Where do I think they would be? They'd be, I don't know. They'd be off in the woods somewhere, probably frolicking about in the moonlight or wherever the hell else it is and they do in the books, you know. They're not going to be walking around talking to people acting all nice now, are they?
Lucius clearly drunk too much and is currently passed out under the table or something. That's why you can't see him anymore.
It may look like a second scrap, but actually we're just waiting for the cameras to reset.
Yeah, I think his computer just crashed.
I'm gonna look straight at Jackson. I'm gonna say, they're all frolicking. It's what they do, don't you know?
Like, werewolves don't frolic.
They do.
I
With bunnies
know for
They
a fact they don't.
absolutely do.
and
I-
fleas.
I totally read it in a book. They do not do that.
Nope, they
frolic with their
absolutely
fleas.
do.
I mean, it's all... Don't get me wrong, I enjoy a good, fun conversation as much as the next person, but truth of the matter, there
They
ain't no
aren't
werewolves, is there? So, what's the point of going too far into it? Don't get upset now.
I'm going to turn to the other guys and be like, this guy is no help to us.
What?
He doesn't know anything. We might as well go.
Have you heard of anyone else? Like any other special happenings? Did someone werewolf?
Did someone get what now?
Meet a werewolf?
Meet one?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
they're,
you know,
they're not
like
real.
the town crazy person on the site.
They're
No,
what?
no. There's no such thing. Don't go worrying your heads. That's my advice to you. Don't go worrying your heads. There's no such thing.
Yeah.
It's
no
a
such-
werewolf jumps through and kills him.
That'd be mighty horrifying, I must say.
I'm gonna just look at this guy, and for a moment, I just imagine, his blood would probably be great with this alcohol, but then I just no.
Does your
Anyway,
wife believe in
guys.
werewolves?
You alright down there? You've hardly touched your drink.
Does your wife believe in werewolves?
Oh, she believes in everything. Hears it all at the hairdresser's, and she tells it all to me when she comes home. Apparently, last week, Florence got her hair done wrong because vampires were feeding on the hairdresser's assistant.
Absolutely,
Did you not know that's how it works?
vampires love barber assistants.
Gives them a slightly different flavour.
Yes, actually. But to answer your question, I'm afraid the alcohol isn't to my taste. I'm gonna just nudge it back.
I can make you something real quick.
No.
No.
The trust.
I trust no one.
Evident.
Take offence to that.
I don't care.
You and your fake powers.
You and your bullshit ideals.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Oh, we see there's a bit of hostility over there. Now, why don't you all just sit down, take a nice sip of the drink? Sorry it's not to your flavour. I can get you something else if you like.
Perfectly
She's not
fine.
hostile. She's right.
I do know a couple of cocktails. I went on a course some years ago. I still remember how to make a holy bartender, a flaming good time, and a Bloody Mary. If any of those suit your taste.
I'll take the Bloody Mary.
A Bloody Mary, got it.
Yeah.
Do you
Can you
know
make
how to make a holy bartender?
You drown one in holy water?
I was just gonna say you give him a priesthood, but yes, I suppose that also works. Very hostile indeed. He starts shaking up a Bloody Mary.
Muttering to himself in the background.
my.
I don't think you're doing too well. I don't think he likes you.
Me?
Yeah, I think you're scared.
No, we're getting on fine. I rather like this particular bartender far better than the last one.
What happened
Better
to the last one?
jokes. Oh, you know. I don't really remember. Something about a window.
Standard bartender procedure. Oh, and Lucian has finally sat up from his table slumber.
Oh, you woke up.
Yeah. Clearly, the scrumpy was just a bit too much for me.
Clearly.
Since you've woken up, you've got awful quiet. He's taken up mine.
How about now?
Better.
Better.
Good. Oops. Ah. Clearly still quite drunk. I don't even remember drinking anything. Jackson.
What? It wasn't me, I promise.
It was absolutely Jackson, I promise, and I would never lie to you.
I know you wouldn't. I know.
Hmm.
The bartender has educated us on how werewolves and vampires do not exist.
It's the latest thing in town, though, at the minute. Everyone's talking about it, my old mate.
I see.
I vote we leave.
But I'm taking my Bloody Mary and I'm gonna pour it into my wineskin.
I bought this. I'm taking it with me.
All right. Well, if you're going, do you want any change out of this?
No, it's fine. Keep it. Keep it. I'll take it back later.
Did you just mutter
Vigorous.
something under your breath there? I thought there was something at the end. What you said?
I said it's all yours. You've earned it.
Oh right, lovely. Thank you.
Vicarus looked a little excited by that under the breath mutter.
I look at bartenders like, we're totally trustworthy, you know. You can tell us anything.
That's right.
Totally trustworthy.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
watch out for fleas.
Fleet. Oh, you are a joker, aren't you? I actually quite like you, lot. It's a shame
Hilarious.
you cleared out my pub. To be honest, we would have got off on a much better foot.
Mm.
Time it's ever happened. I swear. I've never seen so bad. So
Vicarus, I
Mm.
would like to offer you a GM intrusion.
Oh boy.
If you accept, you get 2 XP. 1 for you, and 1 to gift to another player of your choice.
Okay.
You accept?
I'm thinking. I'm debating how much I trust you. Sure.
Great. Who would you like the other XP to go to?
Lucius.
Both of you please mark 1 XP on your character sheet. When you step outside, there is a butler waiting
Oh, no.
next to a dark carriage.
Oh no. Vicarus immediately does this. Oh no.
Ah, Vicarus, you
Oh,
are
no.
here after all. The master has sent me down to the village to bring you a cart so that you do not have to live or stay amongst the common rabble too long.
Oh. How thoughtful of him.
Something you're not telling us.
Wait,
Many things.
do you know the Baron?
Yeah, I was going to let this come up later. The Baron's my uncle.
Oh.
Yes.
How awkward is that to have your uncle turn into a vampire?
It was a great shock to the family, but actually he's really not a vampire. They're just rumors.
How close are you
no
to your
such thing as vampires.
Exactly.
Or werewolves with fleas.
I clap my hand on the butler's shoulder like, stop talking.
Wait, there's no fleets in the castle, are there?
Of course not.
Okay.
Not yet.
What? What do you mean?
This is happening, I guess. Oh god.
So, are we coming too?
Yeah,
I
love
was-
awkward family reunions.
There is room in the cart should you all wish to come along.
Brilliant. That's how we've been sorted.
Sounds great. I'm just gonna get into the cart.
All aboard!
Hey, free ride.
As you are getting in the cart, you might notice that there are no horses drawing the cart.
Oh
No, I
great.
No, I don't.
That's entirely up to you all.
What's even funnier is Lucius will hop up on the front of the cart
Next to the butler,
next to the butler.
yes, who merely takes up the reins and and the cart begins to roll forward.
Meredith notices, but she doesn't say anything.
This is spectacular.
Meredith doesn't believe in magic.
Meredith also learns when to keep her mouth shut. And scary coaches drawing by themselves. Definitely a good time.
You do not have to stay out here in the cold and the damp mist with me, young master. I am quite accustomed to my station, and you may join your friends if you wish.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. I have duties to uphold. And
You're a man of the cloth.
not quite. Not quite.
I poke my head out and look at the butler. He's a monster hunter, Jeeves. And then I poke back in.
Ah, a monster hunter.
Yes.
Tell me, what kind of monsters is it that you hunt?
I'm gonna shout vampire out the window.
Well, as my companion has rightly stated, I do. I've hunted vampires.
Then I shout badly out the window.
Shut up.
I stick my hand out and I'm like, but he's got 3 of them.
Yes, that's right.
You've managed to snag 3 vampires, have you?
3.
And how long have you known the young Master Vicarus, may I ask?
Such a long time.
Indeed.
Such a long time. Why is that relevant?
Oh, I am concerned. In fact, he lowers his voice. I'm merely concerned for Vicarus's affairs. You see, once I served his father, and I hope that one day he will be truly happy again.
I can assure you, there are no safer hands.
And
Except for
are you
everybody
two
else.
close?
I would take an arrow.
We can test that.
And I almost bet you have. And the cart continues to roll along.
Jeeves, my ears are burning. Stop talking about me.
And while we're pedaling along, I'm like, no, I never noticed like how close you two are. Like, tell me more.
Lucius is my best friend. That's all it is.
Someone's
I'm
gotta
very
like
sure.
him.
He's not bad.
Nah.
There's a good heart underneath all that bluster of glory.
I think Jackson's going to stick his head out the carriage window and going, the wind feels good in my face. Hey, no horses.
Oh my god.
What?
Tell me, how long have you been traveling with the hairy one, Lucius? The one with the big hair.
Oh, not too long. Our paths crossed some months back. He's a good friend.
Indeed. Indeed. And at this point, Jeeves is struggling to hold it together. He's had years of training and keeping his face straight, but at this point, he is trying not to snicker.
I think seeing the horses, Jackson's gonna say, "Hey, I'm gonna make y'all some horses." He's just gonna every minute make some dream horses, but they all look like they're scared and running away from something.
Oh my god.
Wild stallions charging, sort of thing.
That's not going to help.
That's not gonna help.
Although Lucius will probably actually be more at ease, and there are now horses, so it's fine.
Great.
Everything's fine.
As you roll around these roads through the bleak, dead forest, lightning peals across the sky and then thunder rolls shortly afterwards, revealing a tall castle on a rock.
Oh, great. Home.
That isn't even remotely terrifying.
Isn't it, though?
You lived here?
Yes.
I can see where you left.
Can't you, though?
I don't know. With a little bit of work, anything could be nice.
A TLC, some pink paint.
Yep.
Knock it
That
down.
sounds worse.
Do you guys have anywhere to take a bath? Apparently, I need one.
There's a bathing quarters. There's the word. Yeah, you can also get lost in there, just warning you, so maybe don't go anywhere without a butler.
So Vivian's gonna lean in and nudge. You know what? Now you can say there's not only gonna be blood sucking fleas here. There's already a blood sucker, so they're gonna be at home. Get it?
My uncle's not a bloodhawk. My uncle's not a bloodsucker.
Ah, well, guess we'll see.
You guys don't have a bat problem, do you? They get tangled in hair.
We absolutely have a bat problem.
Oh no.
I had a pet bat here as a child.
Thank you very much, Kentucky Hawkeye, who gifts a reroll to Meredith.
Thank you. Yay. And also, everyone in chat, retweet the tweet on tweet what?
Retweet the tweet on Twitter.
Retweet the tweet so we can tweet
That's what I was
the
trying to
tweet.
say. Thank you. That was a lot harder to say than I thought it was going to be.
Twiddly twiddly tweet.
Yeah, retweet the tweet.
Yep.
Tweet.
Yep.
Tweet. I love the potions. I love it when people get the potions.
I haven't checked for ages. We actually have got a potion. In the cart, there is a potion. I'll number you in the order we introduced you. So we started with Alex. No, we didn't. We started with Jay and finished with Alex. And the numbers will correspond. So, Wild Engineer, you will get a potion. Please roll for me 1d 100.
Love the potions so much.
Okay,
you find an opaque bottle with a wax seal nestled in the cushions of the cart.
Drink it.
Okay, yeah, I'll drink it.
Oh my god.
Pop the wax seal and start chugging. Give me a second while my downloads folder loads, because my downloads folder is too large and doesn't like to load. I need to clean it up. I will do that. I will become more responsible, I promise. There we go.
I've been telling myself that for years.
I never believed myself. So, as you drink this fluid, it sort of goes through the neck, and you can see the neck is slightly see-through. So those of you in the cart will see this lavender sparkly liquid that runs into Jackson's mouth. It tastes like mushrooms, and it gives you the effect that much like Lucius, you may, we'll give you 5 of these. You may make a speed roll and may move and act on your turn. It was originally a haste spell from D&D, but that's how I'm going to bring it into Cypher.
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, I feel really quick now. Then I'm gonna use one of those, and I'm just start running in a circle.
We're still in the cart.
No.
No, we're not.
We're not. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I'm getting lost.
Yeah, no, the cart can roll up. We'll find the, we'll be at the entrance. The butler...
Just run straight in, like, thump.
You know, the butler walks towards the castle, but it's the Tomb Raider free butler at this point, walking towards the castle.
Where's the freezer?
Slowly.
That was my favourite part for years. We're just gonna walk past him.
Yep.
Give him a pat on the shoulder.
I'm not. No, Lucius is walking alongside of him.
I'm gonna stick with Lucius.
Probably safer.
I'm off.
Be careful, you may get lost without a butler.
Meredith slows down slightly, so she's still walking ahead of them. She doesn't want to get too lost yet.
So, Jeeves, how long have you been in servitude for?
Oh, well, quite a long time. Before Baron Vismark, I served his father, and I also served Vicarus's father as well. I've served many.
How old are you?
I am fairly old.
Jeeves is much older than he appears. I'm just going to put that out there.
Clearly.
Maybe he's like taking the blood
Good
of
thing I'm not good with that mathematics thing. Otherwise, that would just confuse me. It's far too many.
Maybe. He was born on a day like a leap year, but the opposite. So he has 2 birthdays in 1 year.
I've heard of those.
Ah!
There's also the
I
fact that
haven't.
many of the barons died young.
I'm terribly sorry.
There was a lot of mob action in the dark years.
Why?
The common folk sometimes resent those who are better off. They fear that they prey on the poor folk.
I should pat his back. I got what you did there. Pray. I'm telling you, I think he's vampire. That was pretty good. That was slick. No, I got you.
We're not bloodsuckers.
you have fleas.
Definitely not. That's Jackson.
No. This place has fleas now. They're at home.
I think Jackson's gonna finish spinning in circles. He's like, I almost caught it this time, guys, but I was getting dizzy.
Vicarus just kind of sighs. And then he goes, and if we wouldn't prey on the common folk because that's stupid.
To beneath you.
No, it's the easiest way to piss off anyone and how to make mobs. Does no one read books? Does no one read horror stories? That's how everything goes wrong.
The butler stops.
I'm gonna say, like, if I had a choice between to believe someone who has a lot of money or someone who has no money, I'm probably gonna go with the person with a lot of money. What? The guy with a lot of money bit you and killed you? Or the guy who's like, I have all this money and that never happened. I'm gonna be like, that never happened. What are you talking about?
This is all I do.
I'm just saying, like, my parents used to be in the gold making business, and they know that, you know, that's a good business for people to be in.
Sure.
The butler has stopped. And if Vicarus stops as well,
Yep.
they will walk over to you. It probably takes about 2 minutes, and they rest their hand on your shoulder, and they're like, "It's okay, people will read again." And then continues to walk.
They truly won't, but I follow him.
Okay, so
The doors open. May I present the young Lord Vicarus and his friends or adventuring party. The Baron Wismach. He introduces you to he brings you through to the sitting room. There is a fireplace with 2 tall wingback chairs. However, that is not where the Baron Wismach is. The Baron Wismach is standing towards the end of the room, playing loudly on an organ.
Oh God, what is it with you and the dramatics?
Dramatics? You like dramatics? I have something for you.
He has a high collar
On.
and a long cape.
Strikers!
Do it! Do it! That's right. I have just the right pants for you because I'm a fancy pants seller. And you know what? You can have them. You can have them because I think they'd match. I think they'd
He
match
turns around and says, "Hello. Yes, I would like some pants. Ah.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna turn to Valkyrie and be like, not Valkyrie.
Valkyrie!
I was reading Valkyrie on the screen. Alex, I forgot your name. You changed it.
what? This?
Lucius!
Yeah, sorry, I just haven't changed it back yet.
Change it back.
Doing
I'll
it
stop
now.
reading the screen while I'm trying to talk. I'll turn to Lucius and be like, do you not recognise him at all? No? Vampire hunter? Dude? Didn't?
What? Do I recognise him? No, we've never met.
Okay.
This would be the first time we have met. We have met one time.
Greetings, Baron.
There's just Kill Bill sirens.
I am Lucius von Drac, the renowned vampire hunter.
Wait, your last name is Drac?
No, it's von Drac.
Like the famous Dracula?
No,
Are you sure?
that would be a terrible coincidence.
I was going to turn to Vivian and be like, he's not getting it. So just leave him a minute, it'll click.
No, I
It's a
have
pleasure
met
to meet you.
many vampire hunters in my time. I have met 6 vampire hunters. You are not the first vampire hunter. You are not the second vampire hunter.
Uncle Bismarck, we get it!
Oh,
ah,
wait, I was ready. I was ready for that one.
Vicarus, you do not like my little games.
No. No, I really don't. Oh God.
Come, I have prepared hors d'oeuvres for you.
Not only prepared 1, but he prepared 2 hors d'oeuvres. 2. I hope he at least prepared.
I'm just gonna walk. And I walk away.
I look at her uncle. It's okay. She gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it out of her one day.
Him.
Who's-
I got you.
Were you looking
Him.
for the number 3? Were you saying 3?
3.
3. Yeah.
Come into my parlor.
Why, thank you.
Your haircut? Why are we going to the parlor? I thought we were going to get herbs.
Parlor is where the hors d'oeuvres are.
Why? Where you get your haircut?
No, that's a barber shop.
That's for men. What are you talking about? Now who doesn't read? What restroom do you go into?
Vicarus seems so pained right now. How is Vicarus feeling visiting a youthful home, meeting their uncle, being questioned as such by their party?
Vicarus is ready to throw himself out the window.
Will that actually work?
No.
Do Just curious. That's all.
No, he would just shapeshift into a bat and leave.
Say, Baron, do these hors d'oeuvres include any bones to gnaw?
Any what? Sorry.
Bones? Just something to
He
gnaw
likes
on.
to chew things.
Oh, no. It has been some time since our beloved pup, Raptor, has died. I can maybe look in the cellar and see if there is anything for you. Jeeves! Look in
Raptor's
the
dead?
cellar. Yes,
that's
Raptor
fine.
died some years ago, Vicarus. It has been nearly 80 years since you left.
Oh, that's fine. I'll just look under the table, see if there's
Don't
anything
you mean
inside.
8?
Hold on.
No,
Just-
I meant, yes, 8 years. Would you like tea? That is what I was asking.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
look over at Lucius. I'm like, don't get mad, man. The butler had the double birthdays. Maybe Vicarus is embarrassed about their double
Maybe it's,
birthdays.
it's like a hereditary thing.
Yes, it's a hereditary thing. I'm just gonna take a drink
Yeah. You're gonna
from
hurt,
my Bloody Mary.
you're gonna hurt his feelings. He's gonna feel like he's old and decrepit. You know. Some people
Don't-
don't they get serious about their age. Don't ask me. I'm 16. I'm obviously 28.
Vicarus looks like 25 max.
And how old does Lucius look?
Oh, you can't even tell anymore. He's so covered in scars from being battered.
Okay.
Just sort
Yeah.
of a grizzled, what, middle-aged?
Yeah, I think sort of, late middle-aged.
Late
How-
middle-aged.
How long have Lucius and Vicarus been together?
Oh, good, like 20 years. Which is also why he's slightly puzzled. It's like, 8 years ago? No, I'm
Don't you remember when I took that holiday, Lucius? I disappeared for about 2 months. I came home.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh,
Yes.
was that during the blood moon of...
Yes, that was during the blood moon. Uncle, how about you take a drink of your tea?
No, I'm going to have some of my special reserve. Would you like some, Vicarus?
Sure.
I want some of your special reserve.
Yes, it is full-bodied and well-aged.
That sounds amazing. This is what rich people feel like. I feel like this all the time. Oh,
Yes, this one in particular is harvested in the southern reaches of the country.
Is that where the werewolves were like taking stuff?
No, it's where the sun is the greatest.
Oh, that's good.
And he starts pouring you a very thick red glass of wine, which if Vicarus drinks it is very satisfying. But Vivian, you mostly get metal tones.
I look back at Meredith and I'm like, you want to try this? It doesn't taste as rich as maybe this is what rich people drink.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
I down it in like one gulp, like I'm taking a shot.
So, Vivian, what are you drinking? Do you
I-
know what you're drinking?
It's supposed to be a wine
Ah.
that's aged in a faraway land. It tastes like it was in someone's in someone's
They're aged in metal barrels.
yeah.
Ah,
very
yes,
unique
that is.
method.
I'll
what
finish it for you, Vivian, if you want.
And I don't want to insult. I don't want.
It's okay. Give it to me. He won't notice. I just take it.
Lucius,
Jeeves
you really
appears
not.
with a really green, moldy old bone. Is like, this is the best I could find, Milord. And he looks at you. Is this the sort of thing that you would be out of? Huh?
I don't know. Throw it and see if I want it.
Jeeves, would you throw the bone, please?
God, I nearly spat my tea out.
And Jeeves like takes it and throws it. Actually, let's see. We're gonna make this pretty difficult because he's old.
He's so old. This poor
Oh,
man.
dear. The bone just clatters on the floor in front of him, like a couple of feet.
Then I charge after the bone, knocking him over.
You may. It'll be a speed test difficulty 3. We're actually going into checks on saving a butler. That's what we got to checks with. This is the
Difficulty
butler
3?
okay?
And
Okay.
I want to know real quick, are you going to spill your drink while you're doing this?
No.
Lastly,
Do you say hold my beer?
No, I'm just gonna juggle.
hold my drink. I got this. No, I got this. I got this. I get one hand. One.
Oh fuck!
Oh.
Just
As you catch.
spill your drink.
What does she do? Punch
That's
him in the
what-
face at the same time?
That's what happens. Vivian
No,
looks over,
it's
looks
worse.
over everyone and says, "This is what happens when you get too cocky when you drink alcohol. You gotta
Oh my
know
God.
when to pass
My-
your drink when stuff gets crazy. You gotta pass your drink."
So
Okay.
Jackson falls into the butler. The butler goes crashing to the ground, which, Vicarus, you would know probably wouldn't hurt him too much.
It doesn't matter.
As you run up to try and catch him, you grab his arm, and his arm comes away.
Hey, Jackson, you got a fresh bone.
And he, like, picks himself up after a moment and is like, thank you, master, I'll just take
You
that.
You never repaired your prosthetic, Jeeves. I hand it back to him.
And you can sort of see the old skin really slowly, because of his age, knitting back together.
I'm gonna block that as best I can.
That'll be another difficulty. Okay, we'll do it on a scale. Roll it as speed check at difficulty 0.
Okay.
If anyone is paying close attention to this, it will be difficulty 4. If
I am.
anyone is casually paying attention, it will be difficulty 3. If Lucius sees this, it will be difficulty 3.
Like, Meredith kind of is paying attention, but she already is aware and is just kind of surprised by everybody else's ignorance, so she's not really paying that much attention.
So it's difficulty 3.
She's just like,
roll
yeah,
it
I
at
knew
difficulty
it.
0. We'll scale it.
Okay, difficulty 0.
So at difficulty 2, pretty much everyone will see this.
Oh great. Fuck.
Ah,
Or was it
I
difficulty
see.
3 for me.
Sorry.
Was it difficulty 3 for me?
Possibly.
2, 3.
But we only rolled a 2, so everyone sees.
Oh, okay, fine.
See how it is? So it's a scaling one.
Oh, yes.
So we only rolled a 2, so you have to roll a. Anyone who has 2 will see it. There you
Yep.
go.
Oh boy.
So everyone sees this, and
Oh great.
Jeeves is
Immediately
standing.
immediately say, "It's a miracle! He's got like a disease that's the opposite of death. That's freaking amazing! How did you come across such a wonderful thing?"
Every now and then, Vicarus just gives me a hand.
Of course I do. I give it back to him.
Like,
Meredith's just gonna be like, is nobody getting this at all?
can I have the arm?
So are you blessed? Are
You want
blessed?
to try and take the arm, like a fresh bone?
No, I'm asking. I'm directly asking. Can I have it?
Just bite it off him.
No, I needed to be able to continue my duties, and
Let me see if I can persuade him.
you can try and persuade him. It'll be difficulty 4. He's at work, you see.
Oh, well.
God.
With the help of
my.
Lucius. Lucius is leaning in. I guess Lucius helping in this situation would be like a, the person at the front saying gives you sweets, and Lucius comes around the side like yeah.
Let's see.
Oh my god.
Makes it difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3. Let's see. And let's put in 1 effort.
Okay. That is a success. That is a
No!
success. He sort of like hesitates, like, "Oh, I suppose." He looks questioningly at his master, but still removes the arm again and passes it to Jack.
Jackson, you can't just take people's arms.
But he said yes.
In Jackson's defense, he did give him his arm.
He's an old butler. He's not technically supposed to say no to guests.
Maybe you need a new butler.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, it's really not right. That'd be like That'd be like us asking for.
No. It is right.
Yeah.
That's his right arm.
Maybe you
that's
should
right.
change that rule that he's got to say yes to guests.
I'm not the one who owns the house.
Yes, you are right. Leave us, Jeeves. Jackson is happy with his arm. We are fine for now.
Thanks, Jeeves.
Thank you.
And Jeeves slowly leaves.
Did he just like grow another one, or?
I don't even know.
You're telling me this hasn't happened before?
This has never happened before.
Oh, you're not very prepared.
No.
How many times does werewolves come around? Oh, that's right. They have a problem. That's right. That's right.
Yes, but they don't generally make it into the castle.
I do, in fact, have a problem with the werewolves, and I have heard that you are famous werewolf hunters.
I mean, we dabble.
You dabble, that is good. You see, I do not have a problem with one werewolf. I do not have a problem with 2 werewolves. I do not have a problem with 3 werewolves.
Uncle!
I have a problem with a whole village of werewolves. You see, everyone in the village is a werewolf, and I would like you to go and kill them all.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes,
When
you
did that
heard me
happen?
right, Vicarus. All of them werewolves.
When did that happen?
You know what? Maybe their my fleas all bit them, and they all became werewolves.
New plan, guys. New plan. New
please.
plan.
But
I got
here
this.
is
That would
the
work.
thing. This is
I got
why I have hired the experts rather than just going for any mercenaries. You see, I believe I have a laboratory upstairs. Just the one laboratory.
Are
And
you sure you don't have 2?
I think with a lot of blood of werewolves, I would be able to figure out a cure for the werewolf curse. So when you kill them, please collect their blood and bring it to me for investigation.
Oh, good lord.
I got a plan. I got a plan. Instead of us being werewolves terrifying the town, let's be humans terrorizing a werewolf town for money.
But I am human.
You are right now.
Uh,
Totally.
This is the first time that you get to be yourself in terrorizing. Do you even know how to terrorize werewolves?
Tell them how scary I am.
We could. I mean, you don't seem too scary right now, but we'll work with that. We'll work with that.
Anyone
Yeah.
at all suspicious of this plan?
We can send. We can
I'm suspicious of my uncle.
we can send
I'm a
You guys
skeptical
run.
person.
and make it look super believable and everything, and be like. we-
I'm gonna turn to her uncle and just be like, "Are you trying to bring your babies back to life?"
What do you mean?
I mean, I watched a film once. But that is exactly what they were doing.
A movie? No, I am not like in the movies. Now,
So
I have
something
already
about this plan.
weakened the werewolves. You will find that you can kill them with anything. You do not need to use fire or silver.
Well, it's because they got depression issues.
I was gonna say, Vivian, it explains why they didn't find you funny.
Yeah, they got depression issues. They need Xanax or something. That's what you need to help these poor people.
Do they know they're werewolves?
Uncle Bismarck,
Yes, Vicarus.
how did you weaken them exactly?
He looked shifty for a second. Poisoned the crops.
I thought all the crops were
stolen.
gone.
Not all of them. The ones they put in the beer. I
If
put
that's the
silver filings in them to weaken them.
then wouldn't they already be dead from the poisoning?
No, very small amounts. Vicarus, you're ruining everything.
I'm like, wait, silver's bad?
Wait, you know the bartender?
No, I do not know the bartender, but he knows me. You see, I cannot learn all of the villages in the name. All of the names in the village, even. I can maybe learn up to 10 names.
But you stashed silver in his beer. He seemed so happy to talk about you, and you didn't even say hi. You just
They would say that they know me, for they are plotting to kill me. They are werewolves, all of them.
I'll have you know that he seems really happy to meet you, and you should have at least said hi. That's deplorable.
I
That is
will feel
deplorable.
bad. I apologize.
Can I take Lucius aside?
I will willingly follow because right now I'm very skeptical.
I'm gonna put my hands on your shoulders. Lucius, I lied. My uncle's a vampire. Please hunt him.
The cogs go round a bit. That is some lie.
Look, he wasn't this crazy when I was a kid. I didn't want you to just kill him just because he's a vampire, but now clearly he's lost his mind, therefore he's got to go.
Well, fair enough. I mean, you've never been wrong before. Then spinning round, flicking back the trench coat, holding the sword.
Oh
You, sir, are a vampire.
What? No, I am not a vampire.
Meredith's just like, finally!
Big collar,
Get out.
big cape, white cravat, blood stain on his collars.
Uncle Bismarck, you're not
blood
fooling
wine.
anybody.
I think that you guys are just being so inconsiderate of his fashion choices. Just because he gets a little bit eccentric sometimes doesn't mean that he's probably a vampire. He's got money. Can't we what are you doing, guys?
Vivian, if we kill him, I get his money.
Inheritance.
Yeah, you get his money. What
Wait,
about
wait,
the others?
I'll give you guys money.
Should we not find out about the werewolves first? Like,
No,
are the villagers
They're not
really werewolves?
vampires. It's not
Werewolves don't
real.
exist, remember? We don't exist. Or they
He just
should.
wants
I
us
bet
to
they
get all of the
told you-
blood.
I bet they told you that in the village, that werewolves do not exist. A cunning ruse.
Meredith, he just wants us to get all the blood for him. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
on guard.
Are you attacking?
Yes.
Everyone, please roll initiative.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh
you are
Again?
mean.
What the hell?
Again?
Oh.
Told you. The world's most inept vampire hunter.
But you got a nat 20.
I've lived this far. I didn't sound very good.
So, Lucius.
Doesn't that mean that you get a thingy?
Not on an initiative roll, unfortunately.
Shame.
So, Lucius, what do you do on your move? You have one action.
I've won. Shit, it's contagious. So, I will, using my silver-coated sword, it's a long sword, I will run him through. Or try.
Please do. This is a difficulty 2 action.
Oh, I should be good with that then. And are we going might or speed with that?
It's entirely up to you. You can make a
Well-
might attack or a speed attack.
It is exactly the same.
Well then,
42.
did we lose this time? We
Effort
lost a Vera.
And
So all change, please. All change.
What
There we go.
happened? What is going on? What is this? What is... Okay. Whoa.
there we go. So, I got a 12.
You do. How much damage does your sword do?
So I believe it does 4 damage plus an additional 1 damage because he is a creature of equal size to me.
Ah.
So 5 damages.
Can you please make me a difficulty 4 intellect roll?
I can. I can't promise I'm going to be very good at it. Difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Yes. Yes, I can.
Yes, you can. You realise this attack doesn't do nearly so much damage as it should. Perhaps for the first time in all of your years vampire hunting, you realise that silver has no effect on vampires.
Well, it worked last time.
Did it though?
It definitely worked last time.
Ah.
So I've now turned him into a kebab.
He laughs and says, oh, this is most entertaining. Oh, hi.
Hi.
This is different. Welcome.
Oh, you're less bright now. Hello.
I lost internet. I'm on my phone.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
welcome. Your companion has just stabbed your uncle with a silver blade,
Okay.
and is maybe realizing for the first time, possibly realizing, we're not confirmed yet, that vampires aren't all that affected by silver.
Oh, great.
You're a very caring nephew, you know that?
I'm a wonderful nephew until he starts trying to murder the entire village.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. That's
I
fair.
mean, you know, valid. So it does do some damage to him, though. It does do some.
Good.
Just maybe not as much as you first expected.
Yeah.
Can I offer you, please, an intrusion for 2 XP?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Who would you like the other XP to go to?
Me, I already have one. Do I already have one?
No, Lucius has one.
Oh.
I have one.
Ah, there you go.
I think I will give one to Jackson.
You want to Jackson. Excellent. As you run him through, victorious, and realise it's not quite hurting him as much as he should, he is going to reach out and grip your throat and start pulling you towards him.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Do not worry, I will not hurt you. I will just make 1 hole. Ha, ha, ha. 2 holes. Ah, ah, ah. As his fangs elongate as he pulls you in to kiss your neck? To kiss your neck?
Hey, Lucius, you're about to become like the most ironic vampire hunter.
Help!
So next is Vivian's turn. What does Vivian do?
So I'm going to try to get. Apparently, he can't. I'm gonna try to enthrall him, not be like get too kinky here. Means no, okay? No means no, and that's where it needs to be.
Right. So, sorry, I didn't quite catch the beginning of your sentence. What was the action?
I'm gonna try to enthrall him.
Oh,
So it,
you're gonna lecture him on consent.
well, I'm gonna
I like it.
going to talk to him, and I'm gonna sing to him. I'm just gonna sing to him just like that. Give like attention. It's like, okay, I see what's happening here. You're face to face with true death, and it's strange. You don't even know how you feel. It's admirable. Well, it's nice to see that monsters never change. Open your eyes. Let's begin. Yes, it's really me, a monster hunter. Breathe it in.
So he stops.
Did you just do that on the spot?
I did.
Yeah, that was
That's
beautiful.
great.
That was incredible.
That was beautiful.
I was super nervous, and
So, with one hand gripping Lucius's shoulder and the other gripping his head, holding his neck open for to have a good old bite, he sort of stops, looking at Vivian. Next in the turn order is one of the rest of you, but not Jackson, because if everyone rolls a 4 and yours is a nat 1, in my books, that's you going last.
I'll let Meredith go.
Meredith. What do you do, Meredith?
Probably not a bad thing I was muted. I was just going, Meredith is going to use Shroud of Flame because I've always wanted to do it. Although it might hurt other people.
Oh no, that would be such a shame.
I'm going to use Quick Draw. So I'm going to use throwing daggers.
Throwing daggers, very nice.
Yeah, so using Quick Draw, which will cost me 1 speed point because I've got an edge. After I've thrown one, I can draw another one and throw another one at him again. Well, I can throw another one at any target, but obviously him.
So you may only make one action per move. So you can either Shroud of Flames, or you can start flinging daggers.
I'm going to do the daggers.
Doing the daggers. Are you sure? You really wanted to do the Shroud of Flame? You will get another turn, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to do the Shroud of Flame next time, because to do the flame, I need to be close to him, whereas at the moment, I'm not close to him.
Yeah, and you have to move. So yeah, okay, you want to maximise your early on impact.
Yeah.
So you start throwing daggers. Throwing the daggers with someone who is enthralled, no less. This will this will be a difficulty 2 challenge. I will say that since Lucius is a self-proclaimed vampire hunter, despite his sword being silvered, he does have wooden stakes, garlic, crosses, holy texts, holy water.
They're in my other trousers, though.
Convenient.
If Vivian give you new trousers, is it a might I'm rolling?
Yeah, I think speed actually for range. I think it's a speed thing.
Difficulty 2, did you say?
Difficulty 2.
Just.
I wish I could see the roll 20.
It was a 6, so very skin of the teeth, literally in this sense. One dagger sinks into him. Would you like to throw the second? I mean, you don't have to throw the second, but would you like to?
Muted.
Fuck's sake. Yes.
I thought I saw... oh my god, so it wasn't quite skin of the teeth, because apparently a 5 is also a success. So both daggers hit him. How much damage do your daggers do?
A light weapon damage.
That's like 2. So they begin thudding into his back. Next is Vicarus's turn.
Okay, so I can't really roll, because roll 20 is still not working.
We can roll for you.
Okay, awesome. I would like to do my mental onslaught. It is a free action for me because it only costs 1, but I have 1 edge and intellect, so...
Yes, yeah. So it does 2 psychic damage, which ignores armor, correct?
If I do it as a physical attack, it's a force blast that does 4 points of damage. If it's mental, I focus my mental energy into a mind slice that disrupts the creature's thought processes, inflicting 2 points of intellect damage. And I would like to do it as the mind slice, so yes, 2.
Excellent. So please just make me an intellect check to try and beat his intellect defense. This is...
I can't roll.
Of course, I will do that for you.
I'm so sorry.
It's absolutely fine. So you roll a 13.
Okay.
He rolls a 14.
Damn it.
You beat his DC. That is the same number on the dice.
Oh, okay.
So he sets the difficulty at difficulty 4, and you rolled a 13, which is difficulty 4. So your mind attack hits him. You do 2 points of psychic damage.
Yep, and his thought processes are disrupted.
Interesting.
And I think that's all I can do.
Fantastic. So
But I'm gonna say, Lucius, the steak The steak!
Steak? Oh, they're hors d'oeuvres.
On your belt, you nine!
Oh.
Jackson, it is now your turn.
Right. So I'm gonna try to use my terrifying presence to see if I can get him to drop Lucius.
Oh, yes, please do. So your terrifying presence. Remind us again. How does that one work?
Let's see. Convince one intelligent target of level 3 or lower who are its worst nightmare within short range and understands me. If he's paralyzed with fear, runs away, or takes some other action appropriate to the circumstances.
Okay.
Instead.
That will work. Yes.
Okay.
He does freeze. He's also frozen because of the enthrall, but so he's unable to move or let go of Lucius or anything. But he also, you see his pupils dilate slightly.
Okay. So it's an intellect attack, or does it straight happen?
Because it has a difficulty rating on the level of monster, this one auto successes because he is less than difficulty 3.
All right.
Can I offer a team intrusion? Everyone will get 1 XP each.
Sure.
Yes.
Do I already have one?
What do you mean?
An XP.
You do.
I've already got 1 XP.
You've got
haven't I?
2.
Then yeah. Good.
Now you've got 3
I'm
then.
gonna have 2 after this.
My team intrusion is anyone who has affected the vampire lord Vismark mentally finds themselves walking towards him as
Oh,
though
no.
they too are enthralled or charmed.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
I'm just gonna wave.
So Lucius and Meredith are fine, but if you've enthralled, attacked mentally, or terrified him, you find
Yep.
yourself strangely attracted to him.
Great.
It's always down to me, guys, isn't it?
But we do go back to the top of the round. Lucius, what would you like to do?
Something helpful.
So
Before Vicarus
withdrawing-
went quiet, they were shouting about a steak.
Yeah. I'm gonna hazard a guess. You know, I'm reasonably smart, just not too quick. I will work out that steak wasn't actually on the menu. It should have been. We were, you know, esteemed guests, but that's besides the point. So rather than drawing the sword back, I'm just going to leave that embedded in him, and then sort of rummage around on my belt, hoping that the steak is still there. And then, as he's literally here, I'm just going to try and shove a steak through his chest.
Roll me a difficulty 2, might check. No, he's still enthralled, so yeah, difficulty 2.
Okay.
Can I assist?
No, you are currently enthralled.
Damn it.
Oh, can I insist? Assist.
You
Assist.
I insist. Stab him.
I just stabbed him in the wrist so he let go.
I think it's going to be a too many cooks thing. I think.
Alright.
Not really a lot of room, is there?
Yeah.
Okay, so diff 2, I am going to spend some effort.
To be honest, if you don't beat a difficulty 2, then you don't deserve to anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Success. You plunge this stake into the vampire's heart, and for a moment he freezes before slowly fading to dust. The mist seems to pass through the floor and disappears.
Immediately say, I know 3 isn't a lot, but staring at a vampire slaying god. Yeah, good job. Look, you got 4. 4.
Is he dead or is he just downstairs?
Yeah, would I know that?
You would
On the
definitely know
ground
that.
floor.
You know that when a vampire is killed, it returns to its coffin.
He's not dead yet, guys.
What?
Yes,
Where's
he is.
his
I killed
coffin?
him.
Do I
Yeah,
know where he
killed
keeps
him.
his coffin?
Of course you
Looks
do.
dead.
Right next to the medicine cabinet.
Okay. Okay. I'm like, guys, we have to go kill him in his coffin. I'm just gonna start dragging Lucian.
You're gonna be able to kill 5 vampires, so that's gonna be your 5th vampire, Lucian. You're gonna have 5 under your belt.
Hey, Lucius, is that how you count the other 3 as well?
This one will count too.
Yeah, this little
That means the others are dead. We didn't do this last time.
You can see like the horrific realization come across Lucius's face. Just don't tell anyone, darling. It's
Ruined the
fine.
day of 3 of them.
You made him feel
Let's
bad.
go.
So, Vicarus can
You know,
lead
for everybody towards the coffin.
Vicarus can lead everyone down to the coffin in the bathroom below in the basement, next to the medicine cabinet, where you can see the sleeping body of the Count Bismarck.
Okay, now you stake him again.
Maybe someone else should do it.
No, you should do it, Lucius.
Aw.
Oh.
Ow!
This is everything. You're going to kill a vampire lord. You're going to get your renown. So stake him.
And he's a
No one's here to
lord.
watch.
He's worth like 20 vampires.
He's
I'll
basically
stake him.
worth 20 vampires.
Look,
This time
I'll
it's
stake him and you
real.
can say you did it. I won't tell anyone any the wiser. No one has to know.
Let's do it together.
Okay, yeah!
Yeah, do it together.
As you approach the coffin, may I offer you one final intrusion?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
The butler with one arm springs from behind the door and tries to bludgeon you with a wooden club.
Can I stop this?
His right hand or his left hand?
His left hand.
Is he left or right-handed?
Yeah.
Like, is he actually aiming or is he just randomly swinging it about round?
He
'Cause
is
can't aim
aiming
properly.
at the pair of you. Please make me a speed defense roll of difficulty 1.
Oh my god.
This is how I die.
No!
Okay, maybe not.
Yeah, you both easily avoid
Not
the
today.
old man as he one-armedly tries to.
Jackson, fetch.
I immediately like, if you want to do it, you can. You can help us, but you don't have to get so mean about it.
I must protect the master. Vicarus, help us!
No.
In the name of all the vampire lords, help!
Can
No.
I hit the old man with his right arm?
You can. This is a difficulty 0 test. You can just do that.
Using this is might.
Stop biting the other arm.
Difficulty 0, so I mean it'll auto success unless you
Okay.
roll that 1. I mean, if you want to do something extra and maybe roll the nat 1, you can, but
No, I'm just gonna.
you cosh the old man and he goes down. Yeah, there he goes.
Please stake my uncle.
Oh yeah, we haven't actually staked him yet, have we? We're just all sitting here watching a werewolf beat up an old man.
Come on then, Vivian. The other side of the coffin. And I sort of hold the stake over. Pull out a mallet. Hand you the mallet. Don't miss. It's my fingers.
I'm like, oh, now you made me nervous.
Just do it!
Okay, I got it. I got this. 1, 2. Come on. You know you want to say it.
No.
Come on.
No. 3!
And I slammed down on there, and I'm like,
Blood erupts from his chest and covers everyone in the room. You have killed the vampire lord, and now his estate legally it transfers to Vicarus.
Hey!
It is entitled to the new vampire lord Vicarus.
It must be a title thing.
It's just a title thing, I promise.
And that
This
is where
typo.
we end the one shot.
Do you regret asking me and Alex to do it yet, Scrat?
No, not at all. Not even a little tiny bit.
This happened.
How are you feeling? Was it as spoopy and horrific as you thought it would be?
It was horrifying. I'm going to have nightmares.
Don't do that, Jackson, and make him come out.
Do you just have one nightmare?
I'm going to have 3.
That was possibly my favourite moment of the whole thing. That's my favourite moment. There you go. My favourite moment is 3 from Vicarus. Let's go round, you guys. Let's find out what was your favourite part of today's show. Where can we find you online, and what do you get up to? Let's start with Alex. We finished with you last time. Oh, hi.
Hello. So I'm Alex, or Dark Fox 0812, which you should be able to see just up there. So for me, I think my favourite part was just discussing everything at the beginning and going on such a massive tangent. With let's go for something like slightly spooky, creepy, and then not going there at all. It's just lovely, absolutely lovely. Yeah, so that was it for me. I like, my face hurts from smiling so much.
Mine too.
It aches. So I just need to stop for a bit. Anyway, so I am me. I ramble on Twitter, as I'm sure you have heard about or seen. I also stream on Twitch now and again. When am I streaming next? Possibly tomorrow, depending on what we're doing. I like playing like old school RPGs, JRPGs, that sort of thing. So drop by if you're interested in that. My Twitter name is exactly the same as my Twitch.
Fantastic.
So yeah, that's me.
And what was your favourite bit?
Well, my favourite bit, going off on a massive tangent at the beginning.
I see. So that whole...
Just the whole
direction the thing went in. Got it.
Yep. Yeah, it was perfect. I loved it.
Fantastic. Well, next round we have Wild Engineer. Same questions.
Yes, Wild Engineer on Twitter and Twitch. I guess you can. I'm actually doing I'm doing a masks campaign, a new generation, on Mondays on Welcome to the Party. Yeah, so I think that's Monday nights. My favorite part was learning that I had fleas. Oh.
Can't judge you.
Yeah, so now I need to get a flea bath, apparently.
That pesky old flea bath. Next around we have Milady Saito. Saito, oh hi.
I had a blast like the whole time. I love stuff like this. God, there was just so much fun. I can't even. Just so much. Like the whole thing. I take the whole thing. My username is Lady Saito. Twitch, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. Hit me up. Anything that makes me laugh, I like. So.
Fantastic. Perfect. Thank you. Next around, we have on mobile, Vera Says Dragons. Oh, hi, Vera.
Hi! I'm sorry that my computer quit. I'm not sure what's wrong. This isn't good. But I'm Vera from Vera Says Dragons on Twitter and Twitch, although I haven't done much on Twitch yet. I have a lot of opinions on D&D, I sometimes draw, and I make homebrew content that sometimes I put out on a really, really sporadic, every 3 months kind of thing. And my favorite moment was either when I told Lucius, my uncle's a vampire, please kill him, or when the uncle sent the frickin' carriage to collect me, because I knew. The second Scrat was like, could I intrude? And I'm like, oh boy.
What? Little old me?
Yeah, little old you.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you don't. But that was wonderful. My cheeks are also aching.
Yeah.
Excellent. And where can we find you online?
Vera Says Dragons just about everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, blah, blah, blah.
Fantastic. And that sounds to me like you're not in a current campaign at the minute. Come on, people. Let's get Vera in a campaign.
I mean, I'm DMing like 6.
Okay. Okay. Are they streamed?
None of them are streamed yet, but I just was bamboozled into I will be streaming my game.
Well, I look forward to hearing all about that in the near future.
Okay.
Last but most certainly not least, Jay! Oh, hi!
Hi. So I am Jay Bambi on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. I'm relatively active on Twitter. I've been less active on Twitter recently because I just started working full time again. But we're kind of getting into the role of that, so I'll be on Twitter a lot more. I'm very opinionated on Twitter. I've come to accept that that's just part of me. I stream with Alex, who Hermit is that way. I was looking at what colour hair was near you. He's on that side at the moment. We're playing quite a lot of Rainbow Six Siege, and we've just started playing Monster Hunter World, so that's quite good. So going to be streaming those soon. Hopefully we've sorted out our internet to let us do that. My favourite part was beating the butler with his own arm. Flat out, that was my favourite bit of all of it. Or possibly eating the butler's arm. That's good as well. Anything butler related, basically. I like the butler. As soon as Alex said about locking him in the fridge, that was it. He's now my favourite person.
Yeah, a lot of fond memories there. A lot of fond.
Oh, yes.
And just so you know, Jay and Alex, you will be in the same place every week. So once you figure out which way to point, that's where Alex will always be.
Good. That way.
That way, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Unless you flip your cameras, and that's on you. Me! Oh, hi everyone! I've already told you my favourite bit, but here are all my links and things. Go and check out my Discord, my Twitter, and my YouTube. If you want to get into, well, you can literally get into a Cypher System game. We might not do horror or anything, but we will do something. You can apply to that by sending me a DM on Twitter. We also have 2 games of D&D, one with pre-gen characters for brand new players, and one with pre-made characters, not pre-made, one with characters that you build at about level 3. We also do Ryutama on Fridays, in this time slot 6 PM, and Monster of the Week at 1 PM on Mondays. Good fun all round. All of them are on YouTube, so if you want to go and check them out, they are now all on YouTube one way or another. You can go and check out the premieres, you can check out the second episodes, and by the end of this week, you can check out this episode also. We also have a Patreon. You can support us over on Patreon for as little as $1. We've recently hit $500, and we have stayed above $500 on Patreon. You guys are keeping us in this full time, and we love you for it. Thank you all so much. And also with the the bot coming up earlier and showing us every single Patreon coming up. Amazing. Nice little shout out to all of you, which doesn't always come across, I'm not sure. But you're very appreciated. We appreciate you all. Thank you. Oh yeah, merch. Get a crest on your chest. Over at the Redbubble site. It's they do all sorts of wonderful t-shirts and things over there. Mine are currently in the wash. Otherwise I'd show you one. But you can also get a handy little booklet which has also disappeared somewhere. I need to tidy my desk. Yeah, it's perfect for a 3-hour one-shot, just the right size. Let's see, we also have sponsors in Bird in the Storm Publishing. Bird in the Storm Publishing create content for D&D 5e and other TTRPGs. You can check out their Clearing the Midnight Wield module on the YouTube right now. We played it over Christmas. It was a ton of fun. There was a big twist as well, and it duped people, so, it's the good stuff. We are also sponsored by Mage Hand Press. Mage Hand Press created the Dark Matter Alpha. The Dark Matter Alpha is a sci-fi expansion for D&D 5e, which will allow you to play D&D in any of your sci-fi fandoms. If you have a sci-fi fandom, I promise you will find it somewhere in that book. When Lindy read through it, she found Mass Effect. When I read through it, I found Red Dwarf. Other people have found Doom, Farscape, Star Trek, Star Wars, you name it, it's in the book somewhere. And lastly, we have some panels down below where you can go and check out some of our other sponsors, including Arasavad.com, TabletopLoot.com, and also Root Inc. So you can get yourself some dice and accessories, some dice, or some maps over there, each one with a discount code below. I was looking across to try and... what have I done? Oh god. I'm trying to prepare the raid in the background and I've messed it up. Multitasking. Why do I try and do it? Why do I try? So, yeah, you can get a 10 to 15% discount on all of them places. Just go and check out the links below. And also there is one down there for our artist as well. Check them all out down there. We are going to go and raid Welcome to the Party RPG, since they were mentioned just moments ago. And we are going in with the raid cry, free! Which is, of course, just absolutely perfect. So I'm going to go and start the raid cooling down. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming along today. We will be back in 1 hour with Dynama Weave, the high fantasy game played in the Weave system. That is been taking that group are already so close knit. They're like a family already, and it's just about starting to get really interesting. So the raid's cooling down. There we go. Thank you very much, everyone. Until next time, keep on evoking emotions, and we will see you later on. Bye.
Bye.